Diversity Saves is a 501c3 nonprofit organization made up of passionate creators, actors, and fans of tabletop role-playing games from marginalized communities who wanted to create a means to amplify voices not only in the community, but in the works we consume across the industry. With the funding from donors, we seek to aid the community with grants for marginalized creators, provide TTRPG supplies and materials to educational and recreational centers to promote education and creative exploration, and uplift voices by providing a platform for underrepresented creators. You can learn more at diversitysaves.org.
I'm not perfect. I'm trying. You're live. Enjoy your game. Love you all.
Reminder, $2
Cool.
will...
They just told me that your audio's not been on the whole time.
Never mind!
Amazing.
I'm a mess. I'm gonna go be quiet now.
I have done this every single TTRPG stream I have ever tried to do.
That's how you know it's going to
No
be
matter
good.
how many times I triple check the audio, I always have my
Nekola,
audio off.
you know that every first stream of every charity week it goes like this.
100%.
Without doubt, Gremlins come out for the first one.
Rocks fall, everybody dies. We're done.
Okay. Give me a thumbs up, maybe in chat when you can hear us. We're just gonna like vibe, I guess.
Yeah, we're practicing the safety tools. We're gonna do a rewind and try that again.
I'm gonna be real. I do not remember any of that intro.
Oh, wow.
I did that all off the cuff. Okay.
That was pretty solid, too. I
Now
think
you
you
gotta
got it
be
again,
thinking
though.
about it.
Nah, overthink it. Okay, yes, I got a thumbs
Okay.
up. Hi, welcome to the Haunted Holidays charity stream for the weekend. Thank you for joining us today. We will be playing in the Cypher system, which, if you're not familiar with it, is a narrative first, mechanic second system. If you're a tired GM out there, hey, guess what? You don't gotta roll jack shit. That's all the players. The players have d20s that they roll to hit things or do things and to dodge things, and you don't have to roll anything. So, you know, do I still have a pile of like 20 d20s off to my right? Yes, I do. But I'm not going to be using them today. We will be, in particular, playing in the Harrow system. Harrow, the Blighted Plane, is a 300-plus page setting in the Cypher system, which came out recently from Underground Oracle Publishing. Caveat, I am the general manager there, so that's probably why I'm running Harrow, because I could riff off whatever I need to make this chaotic charity game work. As a reminder, we will be accepting donations throughout the entire stream. Those are on our little stream card. Those are $2 for a Cypher level 1 or 3. Those are our consumable magic items. So the more you throw at the players, the more chaotic this can get very quickly because they do all kinds of things. $5 will provide an advantage or a disadvantage to one player of your choice. $15 will give a +3 or a -3 on the next roll that the group makes, whoever makes that. $25 will provide a blight surge, which will roll for the effect. Blight in Harrow is essentially the magic, so think of it like a wild magic surge, but it doesn't necessarily need to come from the players. It could come from the environment. So, yay! $50 is providing working kit tech artifact. The kit are the ancients of this world. They're the ones that kind of fucked everything up. But they were also the most advanced civilization before they fucked everything up. So think of it as a really powerful old tool. Think of it kind of like if those humans from Stargate found an ancient's thing and they poked at it and tried to figure out what it did. You can imagine the chaos. And then for $100, we will provide 1 auto success to each player. So the next thing that they attempt that they would try to roll for, they instead auto success. So you can imagine how crazy that could possibly be. And actually, fun fact, when we do hit our milestone for the game, which is $100, we will also be giving away a Harrow the Blighted Plane book. So, if you just right off the bat want to be like, yeah, sure, why not? We can go ahead and do that if you want. I will maybe also drop in some surprise donation incentives as the game goes on. If anyone remembers me from last year, I was in fact the stream that offered the uwu bad guy, and somebody did in fact meet that donation. So, we'll see what happens. So that is all of my rigmarole spiel out of the way. So we will jump into this, and to right off the bat, we'll go ahead and have the players introduce themselves. We'll get to their characters here in a little bit. So I will kick it over to Erika. Please introduce yourself.
Kia ora, Salmon. Hello, everyone. I'm Erika. I can be found around the internet as erikantgame. That's Erika with a K, no matter what the captions tell you. And I am very excited to be playing the Cypher system today. I am just an introduction on me. Physically, I am a white femme. I use whatever pronouns you want. I don't really care. And behind me here, you can see a lovely little reading nook that I definitely use all of the time. And yeah, that's pretty much me, I think.
Awesome. We will go ahead and toss it over to Chris.
Hello, everyone. I am Chris. He, him pronouns. You can find me on the internet at ChrisTheeChampion, really only on Blue Sky because that's the only one I use. As far as physically, I am a male, black male wearing glasses, bald head, white shirt, white pattern tie, and I have a purple stethoscope is what this called around my neck.
Awesome. And then we will toss it to Rain.
Hello, I am Rain. I use they, them pronouns. Physically, I am a lighter-skinned Hispanic person with long, dark brown hair, wearing a denim jacket over my top. And I'm not very familiar with Cypher, but I don't think many of us are, so I'm very excited.
Yeah, chaos. They don't know yet that if you roll a 1, I get to do more chaotic shit. So.
I didn't know
That's
that.
the one thing I remember reading in the rules, Kayla.
Hello, I am Kayla, just KDM Dalliance. I am your GM for this game. I'm she, her. I am a white woman, blue glasses, short blonde hair off to one side, which will probably constantly get in my eye during this game. And a green shirt that says emotionally exhausted because that's my default state. Behind me is a projected background of actually Harrow. So you see an aurora borealis in the sky and these sparkling crystal water sands just kind of flowing behind me. That is kind of a large portion of what Harrow looks like. So we are going to go ahead and jump right into it. Like I said, I will have a character introductions moment here in a moment. That bodes well. I'm the one doing the majority of the talking. So we will go ahead and jump into it and get you all orientated for the adventure at hand. So a vibrant sky filled with a constant aurora overlooks a sea of phosphorescent streaked sand, while a group of gatherers prepares their small sand ship for a trip to one of the life-sustaining fungal oases that sprout from this strange landscape. Blight-born creatures stalk through towering mushrooms and skim across crystalline dunes, while twisted monstrosities distorted by esoteric energy shriek and howl in the lucent wastes. This is Harrow the Blighted playing. And in case you can't tell, Jess tried really hard to trip me up with that blurb from the book. Yeah, I didn't think I was going to get through some of that. Our view flies over the water sands to towards Iseo, a nation of islands still awash with touches of the Kitra's original architecture and flourish. Iseo is home to the only true libraries and academias on the plain, and is a nation that prides itself as the height of knowledge among its brethren. Shimmering canals crisscross the nation as long poles push the fetches, which are boats, when there isn't enough wind. There are none who can deny the wealth of knowledge and technology they have sequestered behind their gates. Moving through the city, we see an odd mix of blight, which is this world's magic, technology, and high art. Buildings with complicated crystal mosaics that at the same time have some movement-triggered mechanisms or things that embed tech into the buildings themselves. Some of them create shifting moving pictures with these crystal mosaics. Some of them just are ostentatious and over the top. One such building, the whole outside is covered in meticulously executed hand carvings inside each of the stones that make up the building of an ICEA achievement. So every achievement ICEA has done since this creation of this building has been hand carved into a single stone each moment. The hand painted and golden name stating the Mind's Eye, a small private lab run by Professor Dynama, a short, very rosy-cheeked, jollied gnome who is trying to balance tray of tea and drinks and things into the small back room where there's a long table with people sitting at it and a very roughly hand-drawn map in the middle of this table. And he's tries to get on the tray, but the table's a little taller than he is. So he's hop, skip, and hopes he doesn't drop anything to get the tray on the table. Immediately to his left, Erika, describe your character. What do we see?
You see an extremely tall, just generally very big woman. She sits at about 7 feet tall before she puts her boots on every morning. Broad-shouldered, just built like a tree trunk, and with an ease that is deceptive, has just a massive war axe on her back. She tends to dress more comfortably than anything else, so she's just sort of in casual leathers, just got a comfortable functional jerkin, and in lieu of hair, as a chrysalis, she had sort of organic crystalline, like a mohawk style.
And this very, very overly jolly, overly hyper, despite the early hour gnome makes a little very dainty cup of tea, it's in a little porcelain teacup, and he sits it down in front of you and goes, "Hey, go to your ear," and moves down the table with another one. Chris, who do we see as he hands you the next teacup?
Sitting next to Erika's character is Dr. Pilar Huinton. He is dressed in a white shirt with a white tie. He has a stethoscope around his neck. The glasses he has on are very, very, just the lenses are very small to match with his beady rat-like eyes because he is a Hisk. He is a slim but sort of muscular humanoid rat person. And he is just sitting looking very serious. And as the tea gets set in front of him, he sort of gives it a look and sort of decides in his mind, good enough.
And the professor goes, "Just let me know if you need more sugar," and runs back and grabs another teacup, pours it out, and walks around to the other side of the table. And Rain, describe your character as they hand you a cup of tea.
Yeah. So My character has jet black hair, very well layered, with kind of like an alternative sort of edge to it, but she's very well put together. Her eyes are dark blue, and she has little flecks of magical red scattered through her irises. And she is more concerned with style over function, it seems, and she wears a top with shoulder cutouts. She's loosely decorated with jewelry. Um, she has a clasp necklace with a depiction of her family back home, and a couple of small earrings with small jewels dangling from your ears, which poke out of her hair into a point. She is a Kelf, and
Awesome.
as she takes the tea, it reminds her of home and of warmth, and she seems very calm.
And the professor is happily chatting about things that professors that are too excited about their subject area of expertise chatter about, probably causing some glazed looks as people realize, oh, he's probably just gonna be going on for a while, and just happily trots back around to where the teacup is, and like you hear like a scraping sound as he like gets a small like ladder to get up and hop on top of the stool. Pour himself some tea and starts drinking it happily and kicking his feet. It seems you all are waiting for someone to arrive. I'm going to take a pause for a second because I do want to acknowledge, thank you, anonymous donator. We did get a $50 donation to give a kit artifact to Chris. That is going to be I have what I'm going to give him planned, but it's going to be a second because it may or may not fit into this room right now. So it's going to be on the ship for Chris when we get there.
I think you're getting a pony, Chris.
Oh, finally! I've been asking every December, just never comes.
Amazing.
I'm totally gonna name it Pony, no matter what it is. So as he's happily kicking, you hear the door behind him open, and you see a very tall, very like extremely high society Kelf woman, like the best silk and cloth custom like magi blight robes, and she has a sash across it with a symbol. Your character Kira would recognize it as a symbol of the council, which is the ruling body here of ICEA, so she's most likely a counselor on that. And she just doesn't seem to really walk because there's no like steps that happen. It almost seems like she glides into the room, and she just kind of like doesn't lower her head at all and just kind of like looks at you all out of the side of her eyes and down, as she just seems to float around to the far end of the table. And she doesn't lift her hands, but the stool moves out and she very daintily sits down on it. Her back is like broad straight, like this is the most prim and proper woman in the world, and she just kind of like looks at the table, and you see something happen because there's like a little bit of like sparkle that happens, and the like a small radius in front of her on the table is very cleaned up now. She just kind of like puts her arms on the table. I see everyone is here. Is that correct, Professor? Oh, yes. Oh, would you like tea? And he like almost falls sideways out of his stool in his rush to get some tea. And
I just sort of reach to steady him as he goes.
Thank you so much. And like runs and gets a thing of tea in front of her, and she just kind of like looks at it as he runs back and climbs back up and gets back in her stool. And you see her like pick it up and do this motion. There's no swallowing, and then politely put it back down. Are we ready to get this show on the road, as it were? Oh yes. And the professor actually gets on top of the table so that he can point out at the map, because he otherwise has no ability to do this.
So cute.
And he's like, okay, so we found an island, which isn't unusual-ish for this time of year in particular. However, it is surrounded by like politely a blight storm. The lady at the end chimes in. She's like, yeah, so we haven't really been able to like get to it. So that's what you all are here for. Yay. And you see on the map is it's a rough approximation of the size of the island and like a question mark, and then all around it has been added a very detailed like storm clouds because that's really the only thing they know is like how far the storm clouds go. They don't really know much about the inside of the space. So yeah, you all are gonna go there, see what's there, and try to get what you can from it. We are assuming because of the blight storm, and we've experienced those kinds of things protecting Kitra ruins before, that there'll be a Kitra ruin there, but we don't know. Quite frankly, we don't know what's there at all. So, don't die. Come back. Let us know what's there.
Sounds good, little fellow.
Yeah, that's the plan. And when you come back, you all be rewarded with some expensive trade each, for your troubles, and also a percentage of whatever we make profit-wise from whatever we find, and can make from it. So, don't die. Bring it back.
You got it.
Yeah.
So
I'd like to think we'd have that.
I just really quickly, before we all pack up and head off into the literal unknown, is there anything you can tell us about the area or what was there before the storm cropped up? Because you're just sending us in and not really giving us much to go on.
I mean, there was water sands there before, and now there's not.
Seems pretty straightforward to me.
Helpful, thank you.
There's a sense of adventure.
Been able to make it past the blight storm, so don't die.
No problem. We got this.
Okay, I'm writing that down. Don't die.
You see the counselor woman who hasn't introduced herself at all. She just kind of gently rubs one temple of her forehead as he says for the 5th time, "Don't die."
I give her a wink.
Do you have anything to add down there at the end of the table? What's your deal?
I am providing the funds for this expedition and the permits. We will be providing a ship and captain for you to get you through. He has some experience with blight storms, so most likely you'll make it to the beach. Whether or not you return to the beach is more up to you and your fellows at that point.
This is a counselor, by the way. She's a bit of a big deal. And Kira this entire time has been trying to kind of match that professional energy of this person.
Yeah, and actually, give me a just an int roll. We'll give you some bonuses to this, make it a little easier because you are from here. You are a Cian, so you are more than likely familiar with the ruling body of your own nation.
Gotcha. All right. Let's see. I rolled an 8. It's on a d20, right?
Yep. That's okay, because good time to explain how rolls work here in Cypher. Cypher, everything is given a level of difficulty. To get to the roll that you need, you take the level times 3. So if it was a level 2, you would need 6 or more to roll. If anything ever gets the level down between your trainings and equipment you have, the help action, down to past a level 1 to a level 0, it's just considered an automatic success. So if you're like, I'm gonna try and climb that thing, and I'm trained in climbing, and I have a climbing kit, and also this person's giving me a boost, and it goes from a level 3 down to level 0, you just climb it. We're not hard, crunchy mechanics here. Now, however, if you do need to roll it and it's only level 1, so it's 3 or more, and you roll a 1, I could, if I really wanted to, be like, oh no, the wall wasn't stable, it fell down on all of you, all make a speed defense roll.
But you wouldn't do that to us, Kayla, would you?
Totally not. No. Anyone who's read any of my GM intrusions included in the Cypher short systems one-shots that we have posted knows I'm completely benevolent and kind in those.
Such a relief.
To know, I'll relax my shoulders.
I rolled really high on deception, guys.
You're not supposed to roll. Can't fool me.
But yeah, so that is the information you have. You did, in fact, you know a little bit about her. You at least know the name. Her name is Counselor Triana. She is the not head, because there's not really a head of the council so much. The council does, from its internal citizens, because you have to be an ICN citizen to be on the council, have representatives for each nation, in that it's the ICN like expert on a nation rather than someone from that nation to give voice to that nation's advice for how they should do decisions, or if there's trade negotiations, that counselor would be in charge of that with that nation. She is the one of the ones associated with the ICN nation itself. So like where, you know, someone else might be Carabundian representative, or Lycain Armada representative, or a Mound representative. She is an ICN representative on the council. So like not only is she a big deal being a counselor, she's like a big deal being an ICN counselor. And you've heard the name kind of like whispered around, especially when you've heard people like really like stressing about a presentation to get funding for research or something. It seems like she controls a lot of the grants and what gets funding for like research or expeditions or things like that. You hear her name get tossed around a lot with that. So not only is she funding this, she's here in person. So whether or not they express it to you, they believe this expedition is a big deal.
Yeah.
No stress. We got it.
But yeah, so she kind of like looks at all of you. It's like, well, if there are no further questions, we should be getting you to your ship and off. I don't know that you want to attempt a blight storm in the dark. Yeah, and so she doesn't say anything else. She just kind of like gets up and starts floating towards the door.
Okay, see you later. Cool to meet you.
And you hear the professor go, no. And like, he starts trying to push you all out of the chairs. I'm like, no, we need to follow her.
Oh, we're going with her. I get it.
Okay.
Yes.
She's continuing her pattern of giving us minimal information. Let's go, guys.
All right.
At this point, it's pretty obvious she's probably at a level she just assumes people are going to do what she wants.
I'm a little concerned that she's here to begin with. I don't know what someone like that is doing here.
Maybe
She's
she just
like-
likes the tea.
she didn't seem to like the tea.
There's no way she likes the tea.
I
Why?
liked the tea. I thought it was
It
good.
was good tea.
There's no way she likes the tea. Okay, we have some pretty good tea back in the place where I'm from, and this is not tea from the place where I'm from.
Okay.
I
Mr.
should try
Fancy
tea
Man.
from the place that you're from.
You should.
Hopefully someday.
Wait, are we having a tea party? Like on the boat? Cool.
I'd love to.
I'm walking like super slowly because one of my strides is about two of everybody else's.
Yep. So you do eventually make it down to the docks. It is early enough where it's not super busy here on the docks. You do see like the early fisherman kind of deals coming in to offload. And you see kind of parked front and center a large glider. It's a ship large enough to hold 5 to 10 crew and another 6 to 12 passengers. And it has a relatively decent-sized hold, a medium-sized hold for you all tracking the mechanics from the book to put things into. Across the side of it, painted in very fancy script, with a couple of inlaid crystals, is the Far Canal. Coming down the plank and then across the dock towards you, you see the captain. He's an elderly Hisk. Once had probably pitch black fur, but now it's like streaked with graying tips. He dresses like a traditional captain up top, very like ornate, brocaded out like captain's top, bright, shiny brass buttons buttoned up, and a overly large tricorn hat like balanced somehow on his head between his big ears. And as you look closer, you notice signs that this is probably a captain that's been around the block a few times. He has a well-worn eye patch on one eye, about a foot of missing tail, and a missing leg that is replaced by a metal approximation of the limb with the strange, like, hooked spikes lining the top of the what would be considered the foot part of the prosthetics. And as he's hobbling over to you, you also see like kind of like scurrying and panicking because he got left behind or like he's trying to catch up, is a young human man, extremely skinny, too lanky, like at that age where he's just all knees and elbows, shaved head, and that kind of like brand new piercing where you could tell like it's so brand new it's maybe like a tiny bit infected because it's still like kind of puffy and red. Like he probably this morning got the piercing done and now is going out on a ship with it. And you see the elderly Hiss kind of stop in front of you guys. So this is the crew you want me to bring back. Not dead, the little gnome professor adds beside you all. I'll do my best.
I reach out to take his hand and introduce myself. Like,
he shakes your hand.
I'm old Keel Reaver. It's an honor to sail on the Far Canal.
Yeah, Captain Hicksprick. Been serving with the ship here for a while. You're the most likely. She's the one you want back, right? Because she's kind of like the most likely not to die.
I would also like to not die.
Back too.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
they want us all back.
Oh.
Yeah.
And he like turns and like looks at you with his one eye, like the both of you with his one eye. He's like, "Are you sure you need all of them back?"
I'm a doctor. I'll spare you the details of my vast education, but I can assure you I am needed back.
Mm-hmm. Well, make it back to the ship and I'll get you home. But you got to do that part.
I turn to the doctor and I just go, if I help you come back, you'll help me come back too, right?
Absolutely.
All right, great.
And as a reminder, we are halfway to our first milestone, which is a giveaway of the Harrow the Blighted Plane book. So go ahead, throw things in there. As you all get escorted from the docks up the gangplank onto the ship, it's a very nice ship. It's been like scrubbed clean. It's well maintained. You can tell it's well used because it's got like some nicks and things here in the boards, but it's very well scrubbed. Probably the young guy was ready to scrub down the deck. The sails are nicely like rolled up and taken care of. All of the rope is coiled and stored away. Like it's a very nice ship. In the front of it, you do see something kind of bundled under cloth tarp of some sort and tied together. And you see the counselor goes, "Oh, good. It seems we have gotten the thing we ordered. You said you're a doctor, correct?"
That's correct.
This might be useful to you. I'm gonna drop the stats of it, but then I'll describe it.
So I confidently stride over to this thing and I just lift the tarp and throw it back.
Mm-hmm. So what you see under it is a white metallic vessel, probably a little bit smaller than like a motorcycle. It It is got blue flourishes running along its edge, and has a driver's seat at the front of it, and two what look like extended barrels out of the front, and then enough space for maybe a small passenger, or if you really want to get comfy to on it. You do see like some sort of like someone has added some sort of added like carving or paint to the side of it and just says pony. You did this to yourself.
I was kind of right. It kind of is a pony.
Yeah, I look it over and I go, good enough.
Yeah, and I would actually prefer if you did bring it back. So, as the professor has said many times, do not perish.
Do you want it back in like one piece or?
Preferably, but if you need to, as long as you bring all the pieces back, we could probably put it back together.
Well, there's my motivation to stay alive. I've got to bring this thing back.
Yes, it is. It is very expensive. She kind of like gives you a look. We're like, you know this kind of person. You know that kind of look. It's the look of like, if you don't bring it back, you're probably paying for it.
All right. Well, this I like. I I look around for the young human who was taking care of the ship, and I just sort of take my backpack off my back and hold it towards him. Like, please place this somewhere.
He like looks at the captain, all like anxious. Like he's very. The level of anxiety this poor human boy is like radiating off is very palpable, and you hear the captain just like, "Go on, Kip, help him out." And he just like scrambles forward and almost like trips over his own feet, and, like grabs your bag. He's like, I can show you all below deck to your bunks, if you like."
Sounds good, kid.
Sure.
Lead the way.
All right, and he like. Walking is a very generous term for this poor child. It almost seems like he's scrambling because, again, his limbs are at that stage where he's just like a little too long and lanky. So he leads you down into the hold, and there is a space that has been cleared out, and you see several hammocks stretched out. And he's like, this is where you'll be staying. We should be hitting the Blight store probably midday from what the captain said. So probably not be in the ship for very long, but if you needed to catch some like shut-eye or whatever, you can. And he drops the bag by one of the things and then like almost like climbs the stairs on all fours back up to the deck.
Oh gosh.
That feral child is very eager.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a lot of potential.
The boy always is.
So
You got a lot of rungs on the ladder to work your way up.
So question for the two of you. Have you been on an excursion like this before?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Smaller things, nothing quite this profound.
Neither have I. Some changes in my career prospects have landed me here, if I'm being quite honest. And I was hoping
look at you.
Fair point.
I was hoping you could give me an idea of what to expect, but it seems like nobody knows what we're headed into.
Well, there's gonna be a blight storm, and that can get pretty gnarly. And then it's probably gonna be like a risk of us like going over the side of the ship, drowning in the water sands, all that kind of stuff. So like try and stay on the ship if you can until we get to the island, and then stay on the island until it's time to get off the island.
More golden advice. I am also writing that down in my notebook.
So I'll make that top priority.
I love how Amal's advice is like, don't die, the expanded version.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the professional version, all right? She knows what she's about. And she sort of looks at the both of you as well, and she goes, what do you guys like in the water sands? Like, are you gonna sink as soon as you hit it, or?
Well, up until now, I've done a pretty good job of not hitting the water sands, so...
I mean, you gotta
remains to be
prepare.
seen.
You gotta be prepared for this stuff.
Okay.
It's
Should
101.
I like dip my feet in, or...
I mean, probably not. Not unless you're
Okay.
gonna like you've got something to help you back out again.
Yeah,
I mean, if you're already
No.
putting a foot in, I can take you out again. But like, if you get sucked under,
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
you all live here. A lot of this world is covered in this water sand, so you would know. Unlike normal water where you can get in it and float and swim, there's something about the crystalline mixed in with the water that makes it more like quicksand than actual water once you're in it. So it will start physically dragging you under. Unless you happen to be, I don't know, like a chrysalis who can choose to walk on the water like it is ground.
Wow.
yep. The biggest person here is the least likely to sink.
Which is hilarious.
Alright.
I also.
So Amal, yeah, go ahead, Kayla.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I was gonna say Amal looks at the two of you and sort of like, well, you got the pony, so she like thuds her pack to the ground, rustles around in it, and hands you an item. And what this is, I will copy paste this into chat, but she's handing you floaters, which are
Oh.
like literally like floaters, right? They're wraps that go around your wrists and ankles and they prevent you from slipping in. She just carries these on her. She doesn't need them, but someone else always does.
Yeah, and just like the aforementioned real world floaties, they keep you from sinking under the water. These do keep you from sinking in the water sands at the very least. So they'll keep you up long enough to maybe let someone rescue you. As a reminder, there are creatures in the water sands, so maybe don't stay floating in it forever.
Got it.
I'll be quick.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah, I take those and I look around for my backpack.
It's dropped under one of the hammocks.
Perfect.
So I did want to say thank you for your donation, Andrew. Sorry, not sorry, players. He did do the $25 blight search donation. So you do feel the ship sway a little bit. It seems like maybe the ship has gotten underway now that you all are here. And you do hear like a little light buzzing sound. It doesn't sound like it's coming from inside the ship. It sounds like as you're moving, like it's that weird hum from like a set of speakers that is on but not playing anything like that. Like the old TVs that were like on the black channel and very clearly not off, like that noise. That gets a little louder, and what we're gonna do is see what our dear Andrew has donated to happen here. Oh, okay. This is fun, but I don't know if it's useful yet. We'll see. So as you all are standing here talking to each other, you notice suddenly everyone's eyes get a little bit of like a gray film over them for some reason. And where the being under in this deck hold under, with all the darkness, there's a couple lanterns, but it's pretty dim. As that film goes over your eyes, though, you see it get darker. So where it was kind of dim, it's now black for you all. So what we rolled for this is you see full illumination as though it were total darkness, as a thin gray film covers your eyes is what we rolled for the blight surge table. That's probably gonna last a couple hours. So
Oh, amazing.
be careful
So
where
we
you step.
We see an illumination as if it's darkness.
So if it's full bright light, you see it as if it's dark.
I think
If it's
Kira
dim
just like
light or
stumbles
dark,
back.
do we see anything more?
No, it's just really dark. It can't go past like total darkness for you.
Amazing. I stumble back and I'm just like, I think I'm fainting. I don't know what's happening.
Everybody relax. It's just a little bit of temporary blindness. I've seen it 100 times.
What?
You've seen blindness?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Cool.
It's
Huh.
never happened to me personally. I try to take care of myself, but yeah, I've seen this should wear off. This is perfectly fine. Well, perfectly fine is the wrong phrase. It's good enough.
I don't know how perfectly fine not being able to see is.
Well, we don't
How
really need to
long-
be able to
Fine.
see anything right now. Our trip is on the way. I'm sure the captain and what's his name have got us. They'll at least get us there safely.
Should we
Yeah.
inform the captain that we're a little impaired?
You
I mean, if
two maybe stay down here, and like Amal sort of just like helps you over to a hammock and like sort of puts you there, gives you a nice pat on the
Okay.
shoulder each.
I
I
don't
I
want
feel like I'm
anyone to
floating.
accidentally into the water sands.
oh,
Yeah.
this is not the time to test that. Safety first, then teamwork.
Are you
And Amal's
are
like, you
you're gonna go and try to find the captain without use of your eyes?
yeah, it's all good.
Oh, all right, yeah, sure.
I
And
did
she knows
also want to say thank you to Rara who gave us a $15 donation. That is a +3 on the next roll for Erika. We are at $90, so we are $10 away from our first milestone giveaway, which is a book of the Harrow, the Blighted Plains. It's 300+ pages. You can use it to run all of these fun things, to add things to your game, or use it as a home defense mechanism. It is hefty enough to probably knock the fuck out of somebody. You really need to do. But yeah, so Amaro, you go to try and find the captain while not seeing.
Yeah, I mean, Amal is big enough that walking down the passageway, she pretty much touches all the sides anyway, and she's used to it, right? She's lived on ships for most of her life, so she just goes back the way they came, and she goes back up on deck. It's like, hey, can you guys see anything?
That is a good question.
Yeah.
Do I want this to affect the NPCs?
Maybe we were at a low enough level, like it just skimmed the bottom. The top deck's fine.
You know what? I'm gonna let the audience decide that.
Oh,
If we
dear.
hit the milestone here before I decide if anything drastic happens, I will just say, yeah, the NPCs are also blind. They're piloting the ship by feel rather than by sight. Whether or not that's good or not, I mean, the captain's been at it for a while, so he's like, I'm in the middle of the water sands. It's like the open ocean. It's just got to be like a general direction. As long as I keep it steady, it should be good. Yeah. So we'll have that happen.
Amazing.
As you get on the deck, you can feel the sun hit you, and you're like, okay, I'm at least on the deck. It's still total darkness for you, but you, again, from the Lycan Armada, used to being on ships, used to being on ships in the middle of the night and the middle of the ocean, which if you've never been on a boat in the middle of the ocean at night, it is fucking dark. So fucking dark.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's
you kind of know you're there, and you're just shouting for him, and you hear some sort of scurrying. And while we give the audience a chance to decide your fate, Rain, what would you like to do?
yeah. Well, while that's going on, I speak to the doctor, just kind of staring off, and I just go, well, she seems very competent. I'm glad that someone who knows what they're doing.
Yeah, I'm glad she's here, but I do kind of question the faculties of someone who's walking around a ship they've never been on blind. But if our goal is just to not die. I think she can manage not dying at this point.
Well, and thankfully, I think if anything goes wrong, we'd probably hear. So there's that
Yeah.
at least.
We hear, and I have a pretty good nose, and I don't smell any blood or bone or anything really. No, she's probably all right.
Okay, then I guess we'll just hang out.
I'm imagining our two characters just sort of sitting there silently staring at things they can't see.
Yeah, just
You're like side by
little-
side in the same hammock, which is the most awkward thing to sit in. On a boat, so it's rocking.
Yeah, and not being able to see it, I imagine it just feels like we're kind of floating.
Mhm.
So
And I just have my tail just sort of wagging in front of my face, just waiting for the sight to return.
If I keep waving something in front of my face.
yeah, you'll let me know when your sight comes back. You're not just gonna like leave me and play tricks on me or something, right?
No.
Okay. I
With
didn't think you would
that
do that.
touching under the in the deck scene, closing us out. So sad, audience. You not make it worse for our delightful crew. It does seem that in fact it only affected the lower decks. Probably right at the water sand line is where you all were when it happened, and you hear like a really deep kind of like chuckle from the captain. Kip, go get these kids back under deck and into their hammocks.
Yeah, I set them down. They're good. I'm good up here if that's cool. I'm just gonna sit over by the railing.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna roll. I know I'm not supposed to, but I want to know how much politely a dick Captain Hicks gets.
Amazing.
Has he not heard of me? Come on.
Nope. So, as you're sitting by the railing, I'm gonna need you to make me a might defense roll as he just certainly jerks the wheel.
Sick. I am trained in that. Wait, let me roll the right dice. Okay, so might defense. That is a 14.
You do
and
have a
I'm
+3
trained.
if you want to use it.
Oh
but you don't
yes,
have to use it.
So what does my trained give me? Is that like a +1?
So trained will lower the level. So if it was a level 4, you would say I'm trained in blah 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 blah, and it would bring it down to a level 3. If you're like I also have magic item that does things, that it would bring it down further. Help action would bring it down another level. So yeah, being trained in it makes it a little easier.
I'm pretty happy with a 14 on that. I think I'm going to save my +3 for something I'm real bad in.
What? It's like you're walking into ruins by the ancients with all kinds of weird shit and technology. I don't know.
Yeah, it's going to be cool.
Yeah. So yeah, he jerks it and swings it back, and you just kind of like grip a little bit onto the railing with your hands and just kind of like, instead of fighting it, which a lot of rookies do when
like,
they do the whole hazing thing on the Lycaon Armada, where whoever's navigating would be like, oh, let's see which of the newbies go overboard. Who took their lesson seriously? And you just kind of
go, wee.
And he kind of like chuckles again. When you say we though, you do hear what sounds like a lanky body smacking into some cargo crates.
You'll get there, buddy. Don't worry.
You just hear it very quiet.
Sea legs take a while.
Oh. And
That's cool. Walk it off.
It just causes the captain to laugh even harder.
We're best friends.
We can't hear you.
Still can't hear you, Chris.
I shout up from below deck, is the pony okay?
Looks good to me.
All right.
Don't gotta send it to the glue factory yet.
Good one, Captain.
Wow.
Yeah, so the rest of your time on the water sands goes relatively smooth. I mean, it's open water sands. As long as you don't get attacked by like a titan or a leviathan, which is like this world's version of a kaiju. Those things exist in these water sands. Don't roll a 1 while in the water sands. After about several hours on the water sands, your vision does come back. About an hour or so after that, on the horizon, getting closer, you can see like a very dark, almost black strip that like roils, and you see not lightning strikes because it's like multicolored happening. It doesn't seem to be hitting the watersands, but it seems to be going from cloud to cloud. It seems like you are approaching the blight storm that surrounds this island. It's getting closer and closer, and the captain kind of yells down below deck, "Y'all might want to get up here and prepare yourselves."
Cool. Can we see again
okay.
now?
Yeah.
Okay, sick.
Once my sight
I'm
returns,
hanging out with the
putting on
pony.
start putting on the floaters, and I haul myself up.
Yeah, and despite him being very awkward on deck or on land, you see that Kip, the little lanky human, is like going through the rigging like a monkey. Like he's swinging from sail to sail, making sure things are tight, getting things up as they're going, switching things as he needs to, swinging onto the deck. As soon as he's back on deck, though, he's like all awkward.
Ah, youth. I remember those days.
I think he'd make an interesting case study, but we probably don't have time for that today.
All right. So what's going to happen as you guys are approaching the storm? Everyone will make one might defense roll to see if something happens to you as you're moving through the blight storm. I have been at least a little bit benevolent in giving you all a captain and a skipper. So you don't have to navigate the blight storm itself. But
I could help.
You could help, yes. You could
I
make it
can
easier. But you will at some point have to make a might defense roll. Instead of having you all do it at once, I'm gonna kind of chunk up going through the blight storm into 3, and so one leg of it is going to attempt to affect each of you. I will let you decide the order in which you roll to see if you're affected.
Cool.
I
So
think
is it-
I'm the least prepared. I think I
Yeah,
get
is
hit
it better if
immediately.
I go at the end? Like, is it going to be a higher difficulty at the end? We don't know. Okay. What I do is I take rope and I lash everybody to like either the railing or the mast or something. It's not foolproof, but it's a stopgap.
Yeah. That Professor Gnome plays in the back of your head. Don't die.
Yeah, I repeat that as I tie you up. No dying. It's against the contract.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know, I heard.
I'm sorry, man, but we can't.
No, I wrote it down. I have it right here. Don't die. It's in big quotes.
Shit,
Good.
yeah.
Yes.
right.
So here we go. Who's going first?
I'll
Oh.
volunteer myself.
All right. Kira's going first. Who's going second?
I will go second.
All right. Our doctor's going second. Amal's going third. So here we go. You all are fast approaching the raging storm you had just seen off in the distance. The water sands become choppier as blight sparks in the air all around you. The wind starts picking up, whipping against you. And you hear the captain go, "All right, you soft-shoed flat-footers, hang on tight." And instead of being like maybe a normal person in the storm and like rolling up your sails so that you can just ride it out and not get tossed around, it looks like instead is having Kip drop the sails to catch as much of the storm wind as possible to try and get you all through this. So Kira, I need you to make me a
balancing a line.
roll.
Got it. Yeah, before this goes terribly, I just turned to the doctor. I'm like, I feel slightly condescended to. I think things will be fine. And I rolled a nat 1.
Oh gosh, you're
Oh, no.
Oh my god.
That is so good.
Oh dear.
So So let's see what happens to you. Sorry, not sorry.
Oh.
So around you, you start to see flashes of this blight, almost like lightning happening, getting closer to you. Several of them start zapping into you, and you feel yourself start getting like heavier and denser. And you actually hear like creaking and cracking of the deck under your feet as you become 3 times your mass. For the next hour, all terrain you move through is considered difficult. And any physical task you attempt is hindered by 2 steps. So that was the blight effect from you failing. Now I have to resolve the one.
Okay.
So for the one, let's see what it is this says. So for the one, you're gonna also have a lingering blight effect, which, you know, is just so much fun, guys. There's nothing wrong with a little blight in your life.
Oh, I interact with the blight all the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Blight up your life.
So you you got 3 times your mass, and then you start to feel almost like sticky, humid. It's like that feeling when you've been in, like, I don't know, the South too long during the summer, the place that feels like you're breathing in soup. And you start to see this like almost sticky green substance coating your skin. It almost seems to like be coming up out of your pores. And your speed edge is permanently reduced by 1. However, I know you don't have speed edge, you have int edge. So you're even slower than normal, and you are now emitting this weird sticky green substance all over your body.
I think, okay, so first of all, Kira just starts sinking in a little bit, and then she just emits ooze, and she just goes, I'm gonna stop talking now. She just kind of sits in her in her state.
And I would also like to thank the anonymous $5 donation, giving it an advantage to Erika. Yeah, I mean, Erika's tried real hard to make sure these 2 make it back alive, so I might be needing that.
Need some help by the look of the things.
So the storm starts getting more powerful, starts hitting the ship more. Ship is like fully going. It is storm wave central in this ocean right now. And Whee! Captain Hickstrix reaches down to the hip of his prosthetic leg and seems to almost like pull on something, almost like he's like cranking the motor of like a lawnmower or something. And you hear a hiss of air as the hooks and spikes from the top of his foot thing clump down into the deck, like fully locking that foot into the deck, as the ship starts going more and more crazy and the wind starts picking up. We will need the doctor to roll me a might defense. For the love of God, anything but a 1.
Here we go. I have a 15.
Yay, not a 1.
There's a 1 in it.
It's okay, but I don't get a G of intrusion. So you feel something like start sparking in the air around you, and you're like, I'm out. And you move out as something like flashes in that space that you were in. You see the captain is like that hysterical captain laughing. He seems to be having a ball in this storm. And he just shouts out, "Come at me, you bastard!" And his hat goes flying. And Amal, roll me a might defense.
Can you imagine if I rolled a 1 on this? This would be great.
Please don't.
Awesome.
I might take that advantage.
You also have a +3 too if you need it.
Yeah, I'm gonna need more than a +3.
I need someone else to be slime.
It's a straight reroll, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Better. I will take the +3 on that, which brings it to a 15.
Yeah, just like Chris, there seems to be like something sparking in the air around you. Instead of getting away from it, you just kind of like hunker into it, and it does
I
like
hold my axe up to the storm and catch it.
it strikes it gives you that like kind of like electric like tingling feeling as it hits your weapon and comes down into you. You see the captain is just full on hysterical laughing at this point. You don't know how he's navigating through the storm because it is like it's not a normal storm where it's just above the water. It is all around you. Those black roiling clouds make it all the way down to the water sands line at this point, are just rolling and sparking with that blight all around. And you see him calculating, and then he like lifts up his eye patch, and you see what looks like a carved green eye that just swirls around for a second and then like seems to lock into something on the horizon, and he just like yanks the wheels to line the ship up with the thing and uses that to navigate through this space. Y'all get tossed around a lot, but that is the blight storm. You all have made it mostly unscathed through the blight storm. It's probably another like 30 minutes or more in this, but he seems to be able to navigate you through it. And you kind of almost come out of it all of a sudden. It's almost like that storm has a hard line, like there was a door you all passed through, and you turn around and that storm is still going crazy behind you, but now you're in kind of like calm waters now, and just see a very like crystalline white beach that's like unbroken by anything that seems to wrap around. It does seem like the curve of the beach does go with that curve of that hard line of the blight storm that you see, and he just kind of like gets you close and almost beaches the ship a little bit and goes, "Kip, drop anchor!" And you see the kid kind of like drop onto the deck from the rigging and like scramble to drop the anchor, and Captain walks over and just kind of gets the gangplank ready. All right, this is where y'all get off and hopefully don't die and make it back.
Yeah, it's part of the contract.
Yep.
And I help Kira because Kira's probably not used to being heavy, and I am on a boat, so I just give you a hand.
Yeah,
and I pass you like a towel,
Thank you.
like a little hand towel.
Am I still a ball of slime?
Oh yeah. Well, you're not a ball, but you are definitely coated in that sticky substance.
Yeah.
I'm just picturing like Hal's Moving Castle.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's just covered in that sticky substance.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have 3 doses of purge. Would one of those be useful at this moment?
I mean, it would definitely make him not. It would definitely make Kira not care about being blighted.
Okay.
I don't know if it would stop them from being blighted.
Okay.
Yeah.
You definitely wouldn't care about it though.
Okay, so I
A little
walk
distraught.
I walk over and I say, "Listen, I've got this thing called purge. I don't know if you know what it is or not, but basically it tastes like shit, but if you drink it, it might help. On the other side of that coin though, you might be really sick for like a day or so."
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty
Okay.
rough on the guts. Not gonna lie.
You know, I think I can just deal with this. But thank you.
All right, well, it's in my back pocket if you... Well, I'll put it in my backpack. You could get it from there if you need it.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
And actually, just tell me if you need it, because I don't want slime all over my sensitive instruments. So
yeah,
you
you can
Oh,
just
you
like...
play instruments? That's cool.
Yeah, I got a harp in there if you want to hear something later,
Sick. Yeah. Sounds good. On the way back out. Maybe we can see this time.
though. Mm.
That'd be nice. Okay, I'm going to pretend I'm not covered in slime, and we can keep going.
Yeah. So as you all get onto this beach, it is you do see a little bit of sparkling. It is a white beach, but as you get closer, it does kind of like let off light as sun hits it as you're moving over it. probably as the water sands are lapping against it, it's leaving little bits of crystal in the sand. And in front of you is a really overgrown, almost like stone, not necessarily stage, but more like staging area. Stone broken path, very uneven. The island vegetation has like started taking it over and taking it back. You can kind of, in an otherwise like unobstructed line of like vegetation and trees and mushrooms, you can see like a slightly less thick path that is probably a broken, used to be a path into this forest deeper into the island.
Are we bringing Pony?
Yeah, now seems like a good time, as good a time as any.
All right, cool.
I'll walk over to it and I dust some of the blight dust off of it. Actually, off of like the seat that I'm gonna sit on later, and just sort of wipe that down a little bit.
Yeah, so you can get onto it like you would a motorcycle. There is space for one, maybe two if y'all get cozy people behind you. If you've seen Atlantis, the animated movie, it's like one of those things that they try to drive.
I love the emphasis on try to drive.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Milo tries.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, so you have a little pulse glider is the actual name of this kit tech. If you would like to attempt to drive it, it is a level 4, so you will need to roll a 12 or higher to not crash. So
Yeah, I mount it confidently and I say, you guys coming or what's up? Or do you want me to go ahead and scout some things out? I don't think that's a good idea, but I'll attempt it.
Why don't
are
you two hop on
okay?
that?
Okay.
That might be easier. Kayla, would this count as like some sort of vehicle that my seaworthiness would apply to in terms of knowing how it works? Could I like give help, essentially?
Once you become familiar with how it like functions, probably. Because being part of the Locane Armada, they do have a habit of like, okay, here's this thing, use it.
Yeah.
And they just kind of like toss you into it when they do excursions and things rather than like training you on it. So like once you kind of watch it in motion a little bit, you can probably figure it out, most of it to be like, don't touch that button, that's the die button.
Yeah, that's what I try to do. I try to give it like a once over, and like any immediate pointers I can, I will point out to the doctor. But like I haven't ridden one myself.
All right. Well, again, I mount it confidently.
All right. And you're hanging back, Amaral?
Yeah, I'll go on foot. I don't think it's gonna handle all of us at the moment.
Got it. Okay. I sit into it and it like creaks a little bit.
Yep.
But then it stabilizes.
Yeah, so when you power this thing up, it hovers about 3 feet over the deck itself. There is like a softly pulsing pink crystalline sphere in front of you that Amal did point out as being the probably don't press unless you really need to button.
Yeah. We call that the oh shitzel.
Yeah. And so it will allow you to cross most of the terrain without having to. Actually, it negates the difficult terrain aspect of Kira's current blended state.
Yes.
So you can at least move through the terrain as you would need to. It does take a little bit of maneuvering to like get it onto the gangplank and down onto the beach itself. But after that, I mean, pretty open beach to like test and try and get like a handle on it. You like learning you should probably lean into the turn, but don't lean too far because then you flip it.
I imagine like they're pretty much sitting at like eye level with me now,
Yeah.
if they're 3 feet. And I'm like the guy at the bumper cars who just like puts a hand out, guides it, make sure you're not tipping. Like, yeah, you're getting it.
Yeah, this feels pretty comfortable.
You look good, man.
So once you all move down this overgrown kind of broken stone path into the forest and jungle itself, you see around you flowers that glow in every color imaginable, just all over the path and off the path. You see large bell-shaped plants that kind of like hang upside down from large trees just off the path. And you hear like various cries of creatures or things. And you hear something like almost chittering in response beside the path, almost moving with you as you all go deeper into this.
Do I have any?
Oh, I would just like to slow the pony down because I hear this noise and I'm like, I would like it if Amral could catch up to us a little bit before whatever happens.
Yeah. I am.
Would
and
I
you
have
notice,
any?
like, you go ahead, Rain.
Got it. Would I have any idea of like what kind of creatures to expect here, or could it be anything?
You might have an idea of things that people have seen on some of the Risen Islands, but you don't know how long this island has been gone for. It might be creatures that don't exist in Harrow anymore. It might be things that have existed long enough in isolation that they're a little different than they are elsewhere in Harrow. From just like the noises or cries themselves, it's hard to identify it, but it does seem like you catch that there's more than one. Like this is probably a living jungle, and that it does have life in it. It has flora, it has fauna, it probably has stuff. So probably don't camp in jungle.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Actually, for funsies, you do see kind of almost like a ankle, not really ankle, we'll say knee height, stretched out, almost like lynx cat, with these glowing patches all over it, like kind of like try to dart across the path in front of you. And just to like remind you how dangerous this place is, as they're darting across the place in front of you, it passes right under one of those large bell-shaped plants, and you see it open itself up like a net and just scoop that cat up fully, and you see it struggling in its grasp a little bit before stilling. And it just like
dear.
fully expanded itself to the shape of that cat.
Amal points at the plant and then looks at the two of you and is like, that's part of not dying.
Okay.
Thanks.
Don't
You
walk
do
up to
notice that,
plants.
like, for all, like, she's very, like, laid back and doesn't seem to be, like, the brightest bulb in the candelabra. She is alert, and she's looking around with a confidence, but also experience, right? As she said, she's been to places like this before. She knows what she's about. Yeah, she's solid in a lot of ways, not just physically. She is keeping a very weather eye out.
So then I just go, do you want to go ahead of us at this point?
Yeah, sure. You got the hang of it now?
Yeah,
you take the training wheels off?
I'm good, yeah.
Nice. Cool. Yeah, and I'll go ahead probably. Not too far, because I know how things can change real fast in these situations, so it's probably only like 20 or 30 feet ahead. And I'm not in a hurry. I am sort of striding along slowly. I'm looking at both sides of the path. I'm looking under my feet for anything that's going to drop away.
Yeah, and I will say with your size, you also kind of help like clear it a little bit more so that the glider has a little bit more of a chance to get through without having to wedge itself into something. Eventually you come to a spot where the ground slopes down and almost seeming to rise out of nowhere in this like deep gorge valley like thing is a massive fortress of aged stone. It seems to dully glow a purple color, flickering in places where the walls have fallen in. And there's a large gaping hole that shows where once a gridded iron double set of doors sat, which have now fallen outwards onto the steps and the path in front of it. The fortress seems to tower higher the closer you all get down into this valley gorge following the path. You're like 99% sure you could fit most of a nation in the walls of this place. The closer you get, it just kind of like does that telescoping thing that sometimes happens from a distance where like you thought it was, you knew the size it was, you got closer and you're like, okay, maybe I was wrong. You're like, okay, maybe I was really wrong. I was definitely wrong.
What are you to make of this? I see the doors have been blown off. Do you think something was trying to get in or get out?
Yeah, probably one of those two things.
Okay.
Yeah. I
The
just
doctor
can't help but
just
wonder.
rubs the side of his temples like the council person earlier.
Yeah, I can't help but wonder what the counselor wanted with this place. But clearly there's something big here.
Big house, big loot.
I guess so.
Wonder what this was before.
I think
Anyway,
people probably lived here. Like
Yeah.
lots of people.
Here's the thing. I have an ability called Dynastic Knowledge, where I'm very aware about. I have insight about structures and technology from the Kitaria dynasty. Does that apply here?
Yeah, you could definitely roll to see how much you might be able to glean from the structure before you all step inside.
Gotcha. Cool. So I'm considered trained, and that just reduces the difficulty by 1, right?
Yep.
Got it. Let's see if there's anything else. I don't think so. Okay. That was a 9.
Yeah, so I mean, finding ruins of the ancients is not an abnormal thing, right? They were once the rulers of this place to the point where they're the ones that oversaw all the other races. They essentially made Kelfs because they yanked elves from another plane. We're like, no, you're not elfy enough and you don't do enough things that we want you to do. Let us just genetically manipulate you into something else that works better for us. They're also the reasons why gnomes are so good at tinkering and tech, because they yanked gnomes over and they're like, you're not quite what we need. Let's just crank that up to 11. So not the best people. Very high technology, very high magic. And they used it to not only control whoever they brought over to the plains, to do experiments, to do whatever they wanted with. So something this big that is theirs, very clearly from the architectural touches that you're seeing, because you are, I see, and you are used to the like guitar flourishes in your own city. You do notice a lot of those. So you're like, okay, so this is large enough to fit like a small country's worth of people here. It probably wasn't all Kitra like people. It was probably like a lot of them, and then a lot of support staff of like other people. You hope only support staff of other people, and not test subjects or things like that. But it would hold a massive amount of people. So like 10% of it was probably them. The rest of it was whatever foundational support they needed, because they did not like doing anything themselves. They'd rather someone do it for them. You know, they're the rulers. Obviously, they tell you to do something and you do it. But for something to be of this grandest scale, you see like the doors very clearly made to be defensible. There are towers. The fortress itself is segmented, so probably made thinking that eventually someone might try and like do something and they'd need to like cut off a part of the building from the rest of it. Now, whether that is rebellion, whether that is a fire, or whether that is something getting out, it's hard to tell, but it does look like it's very much made that like if they need to, they can chunk it out and isolate sections of it.
I just say, well, I hope this was a fortress and not a prison. But I guess we'll find out.
Yeah,
Sometimes they're kind of the same thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say sometimes things can be two things.
Fortunately.
Dog gets it. Yeah. I will. I have a lantern, a bullseye lantern, I think, with my rover's pack, and I take that out, and I just I have a ring that is attached to my axe handle, and I hook the lantern onto that, so it's hanging over my shoulder.
Yeah,
and I'll be like, "You guys want to go in, or give me a couple of minutes? I'll check inside first. If you hear me screaming, probably don't come running in until I say, 'Hey, I need help.' Give me time to distract whatever's trying to eat me before you guys come in."
Sure.
Sure.
And I will very carefully step over the threshold. Peek my head around, have a little look. I also have a caution pole, so I can sort of literally probe around as well and check things. But first of all, I'm just gonna step through the threshold and see what opens up in front of me.
Yeah, and I will also take this opportunity to remind everyone, please donate to the charity live stream event, Diversity Saves. We are at $95, so $5 to go till our milestone giveaway. And they are stepping into the place where the most scary things are. So provide help or hindrance however you might see fit.
Help! No hindrance, help!
I gave the hindrance options for the donations, okay?
I want nightmares.
So as you step into the place, you do see with your caution pole, you poke something, and the stone kind of just falls away like it was almost ready to do so. And you hear a clattering sound, and it's clear there are sub-levels to this. So probably more under than you're seeing above, which slightly terrifying in magnitude. But as you're
just like a ship.
Yeah, as you're moving into the space, the your light source almost seems to have a weird if the glass or the mirror wasn't perfect and it has those waves in it, how the light kind of plays over it. The stones kind of play like that with the light as you move. You're in a big entryway, big to the point where you're okay, these people were expecting a lot of people at once for whatever reason. Be able to pack in here. It is just like you thought, kind of segmented out. This space is meant for accepting visitors, but it is enclosed. There's your door behind you, there's your door in front of you. That door is kind of off its hinges, whereas the other one was kind of blown out. It's more probably the hinges just broke. It's old. It's kind of tilted to one side. And you can kind of see through it into a longer hallway that looks very ornately decorated. Even if it's dusty, this place is old. You can breathing in, you just kind of taste the dust and the stale air. There hasn't been living things in the building at least for a while. And you can see enough into the hallway to see there's a little glittering as some of your light touches some of the aspects in the hallway on the walls. You can kind of see maybe there's images, but you can't see them enough to see what the images on the wall are.
Cool. I'll make sure there's nothing immediately moving or dangerous or hungry plant life in this first sort of entryway. And I'll be you guys can come in. There's another doorway that's not as blown out. I think we got some murals or something, maybe.
Well, let's check it out.
Yeah, go in.
Awesome. Yeah, and so you see that same thing. You do notice the door itself seems to have carvings. The second door seems to have carvings, so it's more probably for purposes of putting on a good show for whoever's coming to visit, whereas the first set of doors was solidly made to be like, get in unless I want you in kind of deal. And yay, congratulations, we have a $5 anonymous donation giving advantage to Rain, and we have hit the milestone. Actually, as our players come into the space and see all of these things before they move into the hallway itself, we are going to take a break because we're about at the halfway point. I'm going to hit the stop on my timer. And when we come back from the break, we will give away that milestone, which, as a reminder, it's a Harrow, the Blighted Plane book. It is hefty. It's a lot of bang for your buck. And hopefully you enjoy it. You'll see some of the things here in this stream so far from it, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. But yeah, so we will see you once we are back from the break, and we will do that giveaway.
Woo.
Yeah.
And as we head on to break, this is hi, it's Nekola, the voice in the sky. I will be pushing through an ad to hopefully help with those ads that you have been popping up, so that they're a little bit less frequent in the second half, but I do appreciate everybody sticking with us. And so we will see you in a couple minutes. Bye.
Hello. Hey, yay, I'm
Hey!
unmuted this time, and I don't have to redo my speech. Hey, hello, hi there. Thank you for joining us back after the break in this fantastic Cypher game in the land of Harrow, the Blighted Plane. Our players has just entered into the ruins. The spooky has begun. And we've hit our milestone goal, which means it's giveaway time. Nekola, the voice of stream, please explain to us what is going on.
There, I unmuted myself. Okay. Hi, everyone. So we have reached our first milestone of $100, meaning that we are going to give away a hardcover copy of Harrow, the Blighted Plane core book. Let me hit activate, and then what you're going to do is you're going to do !enter in the chat, and this will last for 10 minutes, and then we will draw the name. This is only open to U.S. residents, unfortunately, because of the state of the United States. We can't really get anything out of here. So, yeah, agreed. Thumbs down. !enter in the chat. Anyone is eligible, even if you haven't donated. And then after this, our next milestone is at $250, where we will also be giving away a Harrow, the Blighted Plane core book, as well as some amazing things from Loke battle mats, and a stained glass dice patch from Ynir. So, !enter, and you have 10 minutes. Ooh, bye.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Do it. It's 308 pages. Sorry, I had to look at the PDF. 308 pages.
It's a lot of pages.
Of goodness. If you've never played Cypher before, you don't need any other Cypher book to play it. We made sure that you had everything you could possibly need to play with Harrow the Blighted Plane if you've never played Cypher before. It's got everything you possibly want, and we are already getting ready to release some supplements for it because we had to stop putting things in this book. We kept coming up with more things, and we're like, okay, but guys, it's like 300 pages already. We gotta stop. So there's already supplements planned. They're already coming out. So it is going to be an active setting system. And if you enjoy that, we also have another setting coming out, this time in Daggerheart, Foxfire. If I can remember the name of my own setting I'm helping work on, Foxfire.
Mozilla Firefox.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
It's
that
like
was it.
it is like Treasure Planet again. Can you see what Jess's favorite movie is? Meets Darkwing Duck. Anthropomorphic. Humans aren't a thing. Animals are the sentient species. They have expanded out into the galaxy. They are exploring space, having lots of fun. Kind of gung-ho space cowboys. So if you want to be a red panda in space trying to navigate a space fighter, do it. But yes, so back to our game. As you all are totally dropping exclamation point giveaway in the chat to join the giveaway because you all are awesome and got us to our milestone. Our players are trying to survive as they enter into this rune. They see the big door behind them that was probably there to keep people out, the smaller door, ornate door in front of them that is kind of off its hinges a little bit, that was made more to impress those who enter into this entryway hall. And again, the light kind of glitters off of a little bit of stuff on the wall in the hallway past it. What would you all like to do?
Oh my goodness. This place, one, is a mess.
Yeah.
It looks like, how many different directions can we go in?
Right now, just through that door, it looks like there's more options than like hallways splitting off and doors once you get into it. But you're now like kind of in the like entryway staging area.
Well, the only way forward is forward. Let's see, we get this door open and see what's on the other side. Just keep going.
All right, cool. You guys want to stand to either side of the doorway for a sec? Is the door open enough that I can see through it? Or, like,
It's
shoulder
kind
my
of
way
like
through?
it's kind of like off kilter. Like if you wanted to try and squeeze through like the bottom, you probably could do it. You could probably also just take out the one remaining hinge and the door would probably fall away.
Yeah, cool. That's what I'll do. I'll just lift it off the hinges and like very carefully place it against the wall in case we want to put it back later.
Yeah, give me a might roll. I'm gonna say it's old. It's not terribly difficult. It's probably like a level 2, which is like a 6. So don't roll under a 6.
I rolled more than double a 6.
Yay! I will say
God.
you give it a little bit more oomph than you suspect it needed because the hinge pings and kind of like goes flying out through the door. So you're grateful that you asked them to stand off to the side rather than behind you.
I've made that mistake before.
Might have knocked one of them out. And so you have this big door in your hand, and you thought, you gave it a little oomph because you thought it would be heavier than it is, but it actually seems to be like, it looks solid in that it looks like it's some sort of metallic material, but it's like a lot lighter than anything you've run into. So you can kind of very easily put it off, lean it against an unoccupied wall. And it is, now that you get a better look on it, moving it, you've kind of rubbed off some of the dust. It is like filigreed, like etchings and just like the kind of filigreed nonsense that doesn't really have any meaning, but it just is really pretty, like flourishes and waving plants and things like that.
Cool. And then I pick some rubble off the floor and I just like toss it down the hallway and I'll just take a step back in case anything decides to like fireball me in the face. Not that that's ever happened before. That's crazy.
What? Fireball in the face? Why never?
Yeah, seeing you do that, I do actually take out a notebook and pen this time and write that down.
Yeah.
Throw a rock into hallway. So you hear it clank on the floor. It sounds very hollow and echoey. So it's probably a big space in the space beyond you. As it kind of comes to a stop, you don't hear anything moving in response. You don't hear that like telltale click of like a trap being set off or anything like that. But you do, as you're like kind of like keeping an eye out to see if something does happen, you do see kind of like this greenish fog haze almost coalesce about 2/3 of the way down the hallway to one side. And it just seems like a figure doing this motion back and forth.
Cool.
You both see that too, right?
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
I'm
for
not
sure.
a fan.
Okay. Does it look dangerous to either of you?
Does
He
it?
looks a little gassy.
No. Well, I mean, I've seen a lot of things. I could take a closer look and maybe see if I can tell what this is.
Sure, I
You want
can
me to
cover
see
you
if
from here.
I go in and it kills me? or tries to kill me?
Maybe just, back me up.
All right.
All right, so I want to get a closer look.
Yeah. As you kind of are you moving through the hallway to get to it, or are you just trying to see if you can spot what it is from where you are?
I'll move closer to it since I've got some muscle behind me.
Yeah, since you, as you move to it, once you get kind of where that rock ended up landing, which is, further into the room, but not quite fully up to this thing, you get a better view of it. It looks like, you want to say a young Hisk, but like it's green and slightly see-through. It looks like whatever this figure is like cleaning or doing some sort of like janitorial thing in this hallway. And as you go to move even closer, it flicks around like it heard something, and it looks at something like it's over your shoulder, and you see a face of terror start, and then like you hear an ear screeching, just like terrified scream, and then it freezes, and you see like it bursts into that green cloud thing again, and it goes back to that original thing where it just looks like it's kind of cleaning.
Okay, something.
You okay over
This
there?
dream. Like, not this dream, like I wasn't sweeping, but like the dream where you just keep resetting and resetting, and it's the same horrible day, and you're like in front of your class, and you got no pants on.
And as you say that, it does that too. Like, again, it looks like it's on a loop. It cleans, and then the same amount of time passes, and it shoots around like it heard something in that terrified face and the scream, and then it resets right back to it, just kind of like normally cleaning.
Okay, so I think something awful happened in here, obviously. Is this... So we need to figure out what happened to break the loop so that this thing can move on. Do we think we can figure out how to do that?
Well, I start to walk closer. Can I look to where the figure like looked off in the distance? Is there anything down that way?
Yeah, so it looks like it looked off over the doctor's shoulder to what seems like a small offshoot hallway that goes down probably further into the building.
Imagine we should start there. Seems I heard a noise.
And I will say, Amal, give me a roll, because you've been with the Lacane Armada, so you might have heard stories of things similar to this.
I mean, I rolled a 17, baby.
Hey, so you've heard sailor stories, like the looping, the translucentness that pings something in your head. You've heard like over drinking like tons of pints once you all come back from something. Sailors' stories of like they're, to us colloquially they'd probably be called ghosts or something. To Harrow they're called echoes. It's like a moment in time that a person is kind of stuck in because something happened. So it's not necessarily the person themselves are actually there. It's almost like a moment in time captured and looping and looping and looping and looping and looping just forever.
That was very nearly my focus that I picked. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's necessarily this guy himself. It's just like whatever happened here just kind of like was so big it left a mark like on the world.
It broke something in reality. Love to see that.
Yeah, that's where all the good stuff is.
Breaking shit. Yep.
That is somewhat exciting.
Okay, so should we head off in the direction he's looking in and see if nothing horrible happens there either?
Yeah, I mean, it's probably long gone, right? And I'll walk to the door and I'll have a look in. And I'll do my little pokey poke and toss something down the hallway if there's nothing that immediately tries to kill me.
Oh, wait, can I try the toss down the hallway this time?
Oh, yeah, sure, dude.
Okay. So
I get ready to pull him back real quick.
So I look down and I just grab like a tiny stone off the floor and I'm like, all right, here we go.
Awesome. So right before we decide if the toss of the stone is going to cause something that you might have to be pulled back from and not die, I would like to do two things real quick in chat. I want to go ahead and acknowledge and celebrate our winner of the draw, Pixie Uppercut. Woo! And also shout out and say thank you to Chemicult, who provided a $6 donation, which gets everyone a Cypher. So we'll deal with that in this hallway as well. So you chuck at this. Are you chucking the same stone, or are you like picking up a new one? What
No,
are you doing?
I wanted to pick up my own.
So you go get your own stone, and you go ahead and just kind of peek around and chuck it down the hallway. This hallway is narrower than the main hallway you're in. It probably like a third of the size as far as like width. For scale purposes, Amal, you still fully comfortably fit in this scaled down hallway. So the main hallway is truly massive. And you're looking down, you throw it down, kind of drops, goes away. It doesn't seem like, again, no noises or anything, but as it gets a little further down the hallway, when it passes one point, the wall on either side of where it lands almost seems to like light up and show images.
Okay, that's new.
Interesting. But I'm curious, and I step forward and I take a look at these images.
Yeah, so this hallway seems to hold about 4 to 6 images, but only as you walk down towards the point where the first one turned on and after it, only about 4 of them seem to light up and turn on enough for you to be able to see and recognize it. If you would like to examine these images, you are welcome to. I will be up at the top and say you will get something for in most cases of this roll, as long as you roll at least a 6 for everything above a 6. So for level 3, level 5, and level 6, you'll get additional information from these images.
Got it. Right. And does the dynastic knowledge apply to this too?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. That's a 15.
Awesome. So looking at these images, you kind of look at the first one, and it lights up. It's almost like a built-in light bright. Like you've seen these kind of like old crystal mosaics in that main part of the hallway. They didn't look like images in the sense that these are more like decorative things, maybe some flora and flower. These seems to be put together like full images of that, lit from behind. The first one showing what looks like a line of visitors of various races. You see Hisk and human, and you see Kelf and gnome. The only one absent that you don't see is Chrysalis. The Kira, you would know that is because the rebellion that broke the giant crystals in the sky that caused the current state of Harrow is what created Chrysalis. So they didn't exist at this point in time. So you see lines of these people moving through the forest and up and into the fortress itself in the first image. They all seem to be carrying something, different somethings, not the same something. Some seem to be carrying like a basket of fruit. Some seem to be carrying like rolls of expensive cloth. Some seem to be leading animals. Some seem to be bringing some sort of tech or something. Like everyone has something. The second image is a large throne room, ornately done throne, almost like more of a fluid flowing version of the Throne of Swords in Game of Thrones, where that is all like spiky death. It's more like it's still those spikes, but it kind of like comes up and curls around, all like golden and crystal bits flowing around to kind of like halo this very tall, thin, lanky figure that's sitting on this throne, which you identify is a Kitra. Like that is an ancient, like at least how you know they're described in text and things from what you've seen. They have this kind of like pink hued skin, very angular faces and features, very long limbed. kind of like spiky hair, and then almost like clear crystal eyes. And you see like they give a little bit more of an extra glow to this figure in the second image. And then in the third one, you see them adding the supplicants coming into the throne room and dropping and placing these things in front of the throne to it. And then in the fourth image, you see someone comes in front of the throne without anything in hand, and you see them starting to get dragged off to the side of something with a very angry looking ancient on the throne, like almost calling out a command of something. And then there's another image which you can't quite figure out. Like you have dynastic knowledge. You're normally very good with these things, but this is some sort of imagery you haven't quite seen before. You don't know how to interpret it. Like, you've seen the other stuff. Those were relatively easy to figure out. You've seen like some of the kit tech that have come from them. You've seen some of the like filigree and stuff they've done. But this is like both a flickering image where like it doesn't quite turn on right, and the like what it's trying to express to you is something you haven't seen before. It gives you a feeling of like something bad is happening to that supplicant who didn't have anything, but you can't quite tell what it is. Like it's almost being like too like allegory and like trying to explain to you what's going on where you can't quite figure it out.
Gotcha. Okay. So it seems they're building some sort of community here, but the only people who were allowed in were those who could provide, if I'm understanding this right. I wish I knew what this is, and I point at the one that's kind of flickering.
That looks like something horrible happened to the people who had nothing to give.
Sure does.
But what do you think it all means?
That I don't know. It's almost as if like they were trying to build a community that could withstand something, but what that something might be, I have no idea.
Wonder if it's got anything to do with the whole like blight storm that's around this place.
Might be related. Though we might also just have to press on.
Yeah.
Should keep that rock trick. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, it works like all the time.
Yeah.
Every
It's pretty
time.
good.
Every time. 60% of the time, it works every time.
Yeah.
As you're telling them 60% of the time, all the time, I would just like to also thank you to Sydney, who gave us $15. That is a collective +3 to the next roll. So whoever's the first one to make a roll next gets +3 to their roll to help them not die. Woo!
In the contract.
In the contract. So you've moved through into the smaller hallway. There's a couple doors off this hallway. There's more hallway. It seems a bit like a maze, but there are doors here if you want to try and check the rooms. You could go back to the main hallway. More than likely, from the images you've seen, this main hallway probably eventually leads to that throne room that you saw pictured in some of it. Now, whether or not you want to go there, that's up to you.
I
But
didn't really bring anything with me to give, so
True.
but there's doors here if you want to check them out. There's another hallway in front of you and the main hallway behind you.
Okay.
I think I poke my head through some of the doors and see
I'm
what's
just
going
standing
on.
there like ready to yank.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Yeah.
So the first door you come to is a little stuck. You got to give it a little oomph to get in, but like eventually between the three of you, you all can push through into it. This looks a little like a disaster zone. So like ancient papers everywhere, some flickering tech that is occasionally still sparking somehow. But the big thing you all pick up is a lot of deadly razor sharp instruments, both on surfaces, but also looks like something exploded in something. Some of them are embedded into the walls in front of you. Actually, when you get the door open and look on the other side of the door, there's some of them embedded in the door. And there are these like small jars of crystal pieces on like a cabinet shelf. Some of which have been broken, some of which are still intact. And it does look like something happened here. If you'd like to investigate the room, you are more than welcome to. But like I said, lots of instruments, lots of still razor sharp things in here. A lot of paper though, so maybe some notes.
Wow.
Doctor, this seems like your field.
Holy crap. Yes, I would like to carefully move into the room. In fact, I want to I reach into my backpack and just pull out like some bandages and I like wrap it around my hand, wrap it around each like finger individually. And I'm like, all right, I'm going in. And I just want to like pick up a paper off of a surface and see what it says on it.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a roll to investigate. Remember, you do have a +3 to your roll.
I would like to use that +3 to make it an 11, if that helps.
Awesome. Perfect. Yeah, so it takes you a while. Some of the notes seem just like invoices rather than things, so you have to like shift through all the paper that's here. Probably takes you like 30 minutes. You do get like a couple nicks because like you go to reach into a pile of paper and you come out with like a tiny crystal shard in your hand. So you get like the crystal shard version of a paper cut, which I'm sure is terrible and much like a cardboard paper cut.
Well, I'm very upset. You can hear me muttering to myself, son of a bitch, it had to be me to come in this damn room.
So it does take you a while, but eventually you manage to piece some papers together, and you find the following notes. So I'm going to read what you find here. Experiment 734. We tried inserting the crystals in a delta pattern on a young gnome. They writhed and screamed for several hours, but didn't make it. Experiment 134. We tried an alpha pattern on a robust kelf. They didn't make it through the first constellation. Experiment 932. We tried a gamma pattern insertion on a young gnome woman. She was able to last through the initial waves and perform some minor abilities with them before their power overwhelmed her. With the better statistical performance of the experiments with gnomish young women, we suggest focusing our efforts on collecting test subjects matching those requirements.
So I was pissed before, but now I am enraged reading all of this. As I approach my companions again with these papers in my hand, they can see on my face like I'm almost growling because I'm so angry. They've been doing horrific experiments on living subjects in here. That probably might have something to do with the echo of the scream that we heard just now. But yeah, this, whatever they were doing here, it was not a humanitarian effort, to be sure.
Yeah, Dr. Pilar, having gone through the notes that you have gone through and seeing some of the instruments embedded into things you have and the crystal pieces in the cabinet, you got a couple crystal pieces stuck in your hand looking through the papers. Looking at those crystal pieces, they're not just like shards, they're not broken crystals. Someone has shaped each piece in a very specific manner. And you remember they talked about inserting crystals. So they were probably like physically inserting each of these crystal shards in some sort of pattern under the skin of these test subjects.
Yeah, you guys, I don't know what they were trying to make in here. And I don't know if they were successful or not, but a lot of these notes mention a lot of people dying when these crystals are inserted in these different patterns. And
That's bad.
Yeah. I think what is not most upsetting, but definitely near the top of the list is they would have to have some expert scientists and doctors in here. And to think that someone in my profession could do this to someone is upsetting, to say the least.
I imagine. And I'm sorry.
Uh,
As I'll step forward. And do we have any idea what these crystals are already? Or do we all
No,
know?
I mean this place Harrow is full of fungus, full of crystals of some sort or another, full of auras that you all use as resources. But these particular crystals were like, if you were to harvest things from the Lucian Waste or the Great Oasis, which are the two main wild areas, these don't look like that. Like, compared to what you see with these crystal shards, those are the unrefined version of these. Someone took the crystals, did something to them to like purify it to its fullest, whatever version of it is, and then like shaped it into a very particular shape with very like angular facets to it. Like it very looks very uniform. Like someone took very great care with each one. And there are, like I said, jars of these that have like shattered. Like it was probably a big experimental operation, especially considering he only has like 4 or 5 papers in his hand, but the room is covered in papers and instruments and these broken jars.
Can I like take some of the crystal shards and just put them in like a little baggie and see if that becomes useful later?
Yeah, perfectly easy to. They're
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah, and
I
I'm gonna
wish-
grab them with like little tweezers so that I don't continue to get crystal cuts all over my hand. Because washing the blood out of the fur is it takes time. It's not good.
I wish we could just destroy these, but I suppose that's what we're here for, to reclaim them.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's also in the contract. It's like, I mean, technically it's before don't die, but like, for me, don't die is the priority.
I appreciate that.
All right, we can keep going.
Yeah. While the doctor was looking for notes, could I have been just looking around for anything that I thought was useful or valuable, like just scavenge around?
Yeah, I mean,
using ruin lore.
yeah, go ahead.
Cool. That's a 4.
Well, I mean, there are the very obvious things that I'll give you with the 4. Crystals. Crystal shards are a big like resource you can trade for. There are tons of instruments that still seem to be sharp embedded into various surfaces. So
Cool.
both of those things you could probably gather and take back with you, and they would get you something in trade.
Cool. Yeah, I've got like a full jar of crystals, and I've got like some pliers and a spare scalpel for the doctor.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you have the rest of the hallway to go to if you want. You can dip back to the main hallway, keep going through rooms, whatever you would like. After this terrible room of experiments, what would you like to look into?
What are the chances that the next room is a little happier? I don't think we have a good shot at that.
Could be
I
the
mean-
kitchen. I'm kind of hungry.
I mean, now that
Could be a
now that
kitchen.
now that the anger has subsided, and you reminded me that we are actually here to collect and bring things back, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to check a few more doors.
All right.
All right. Let's.
Who wants to throw the next rock?
Well, I haven't thrown a rock yet.
Get
Oh.
in it.
Reach out for it. Yeah, and then we head to the next door.
Yeah. So a couple of the doors are typical. There, one is like storage. There's crates. Some of them have disintegrated and fallen into themselves. They seem particularly to Kira and the doctor like typical supply things that you would have for labs or research and things like that. Like the normal detritus of a lab or research, the things you need for everything, no matter what it is you're researching. The second room you go into, Amal is more familiar with you. Still crates, but this is more like the things you would need to keep people going. Like this is the like probably some bandages and stuff in here in case people get hurt. There's also like looks like what maybe was water at one point. You're not quite sure how good it would be after who knows how long indeterminate amount of time just sitting here. You see some rotting piles of what was probably at one point food. You do see clothes, some of which is falling apart, some of which is still kind of intact. And you do see something you're very familiar with in particular as a sailor, hardtack.
Oh, sick.
This shit never goes bad.
Anybody want a snack? Wish we had some more of that tea.
I could go for some tea right now. I'll pass on the hardtack.
All right.
I'm good. I can smell it though.
It's not bad. A little dusty.
and probably other rooms in this hallway you find various things that amount to what you would find in more office spaces. You find some like disintegrating books, you find more papers, you find little bits of things that raw resources that you could probably reuse for trade or something if you gathered it. The last room in this hallway, you open it up and it is pristine. Like it has like a weird vibe to it as you open the door. It almost like there's like a humming in the air. And everything is like that pure white that often accompanies a lot of kit tech. Pure white, slight like blue glows along the corner.
Oh,
Yeah, let me get this one.
The doctor goes, well, this is more like it.
Just let me... I'll throw a rock.
So as you throw a rock, it kind of pings and lights start coming on from unknown sources in the room. One of them lands on a table that shows something under like a cloth. As the rock kind of bounces to the other side of the room, though, another one of those echoes gets triggered. And you see on their knees a Kelf in chains, one arm gone, the shoulder bandaged, one arm in a chain, just crying and pleading for forgiveness, as there wasn't anything they could give this year. They're so sorry. Just don't do this. And then it just loops over and over again.
Oh, so this was the deal. It was like annual gifts,
taxes,
or tributes. Taxes. Yeah, that's a good word. I'm starting to hate this place.
Yeah. I mean, the hardtack's okay, but the rest of it is really messed up. You said there was something on a table?
Yeah, there's your rock bounced past to the other side, which the other side of the room is where this echo was triggered. But in the middle of this room is almost like a long, like hip height, smooth white table, and there's a cloth thrown over something, and you see in the middle there's like some sort of shape under this cloth.
Okay, so it's
do you want me to poke it?
Yes,
one of us
actually,
has to
do that first.
throw a rock at it.
I get my poking stick.
You actually feel like moving up your arm and through the poking stick up into the arm, like almost like a little static shock.
That doesn't worry me. I lift the cloth with the stick.
Are you gonna lift it enough to be able to see what's under it, or you flicking the cloth off, or what are you doing?
I'm just kind of like, I'm just lifting it to see what's under there. Because, like, if it's somebody who's maybe, like, alive and naked, maybe they don't want the cloth off. I don't know. We haven't met.
So under the cloth, what you see is a bleached white, completely intact arm bone, with wires and mechanical bits embedded into it. And that is where the source of that gentle humming is coming from. There's delicate, tiny runic carvings covering the bone that seem to shift slightly, as if the arm itself, the bone itself, is breathing.
I don't like this, Doc. I don't like it.
I don't
I
like it either.
mean, as far as things we've seen so far go, like an arm bone, I'm not too worried about that. Can I take a closer look at it?
Yeah, if you want to examine this, you can definitely take a close look at it.
Yeah, I'll examine the special arm.
I like how Maul's like, I'm always ready to pull them back.
These guys are so tiny and squishy.
18. I looked at it real hard.
Yeah, so as you look at it real hard, and you get close enough to that humming sound, it kind of increases a little bit. You realize that the arm is still somehow alive, like it's held in a stasis. That's what the humming sound is. There's like a thin like area that kind of like crackles a little bit around the bone that seems to be holding this arm into stasis. And what you notice, the wires embedded into the bone and the tech embedded into the bone, only one end of the wires is embedded into the bone. The other end goes down the bone and kind of like hangs freely at the end of what would be that shoulder ball joint. It could probably be attached to someone if you wanted to get rid of your own arm.
Yeah, that idea pops into the doctor's mind, and I go, hey, it would be my first time attempting this, but one of you could get a new arm today.
I mean, mine are pretty good already. I don't know what that thing can do.
That's true.
It's probably better than mine, and I don't want it.
I feel like we know whose arm it is.
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
It's kind of rude
yeah,
to take
yeah.
it when they're right there, like crying and sobbing in pain.
You do still continually hear that, like, no, please, no.
I'm just sitting there like,
I'm just like
I'm sorry.
putting two and two together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, is there a way that we could also take this with us? Because I feel like this would fetch us a pretty penny if we were able to bring it back.
Yeah. Yeah, wrap it
I
up
worry
and I'll
that we
take
would-
it.
I worry that we would damage it if we had to unplug it.
Oh, the other end of these wires don't seem to be connected to anything, and it's still humming with energy.
Yeah, I would say, Dr. Pilar, as you're saying that these wires are not connected to anything, you think about like how the end of the wires on the end above where that ball and socket joint would be for a shoulder is, like, you realize, oh, like these would like straight up connect into like the nerves and the blood vessels and the things that are like at that point in the shoulder that do then go down into the arm.
This thing is maybe not the appropriate word, but incredible. Even if we don't turn it in, I still kind of want to bring it back.
I think that's reasonable.
I mean,
Even
if something goes really wrong, we got a backup arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as I
You never know when you're gonna need one.
Yeah, as long as I can keep both in mind, either of you can have your arm replaced again today.
Could we get like an extra arm? Like, do we have to take an arm off?
Now you're thinking. Now we're thinking. All right, so I just want to like take out some rope and make like a thing where I can sling this arm over my shoulder.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably like I said, there was a cloth over it, so you could like wrap it in the cloth, and
here we go.
It does have an elbow joint.
So, yeah, just wrap it in the cloth. Yeah, just wrap it in the cloth. Just stick it in the backpack.
Yeah, awesome. So that is the last major thing in this hallway to find. Again, the other rooms have more just kind of like general resource and supplies. Some of them are labs. but they seem to be more Kira, you might be familiar with, like kind of like a TA level lab rather than like the true research professor's lab, like little things here and there. There are like loose ores and crystals and things like that that you could go ahead and get. In one of these supply rooms, though, what you do find are these. I have a very specific one in mind that I want to give you because you guys really might need it.
What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Doing great so far.
Yep, you need. Let me find it.
We got rocks. What else do we need?
It's honestly my favorite one because I made it and I love the name that just approved for me to give it.
There we go.
So you find a small like crate that's kind of slightly cracked open. It seems to be missing a few things from it, but you do find, we'll say like 4 or 5 of these small blue metal tubes that have gold carvings and golden metal caps at the end. These ones, in addition to the golden metal caps, do also have like almost pyramid crystals sticking out from it. Amal, you are used to the much more mundane looking version of this in Harrow itself because you've used them probably a couple times. The mundane version of these are called oh shit tubes.
Oh yeah.
When activated, the cap goes shooting up, releasing a spray of sparks that travel a very long distance in a straight line. If pointed into the air, it can be seen for a number of miles equal to the Cypher's level. You've probably used this when you've been out with the Lycaon Armada and do something, you're like, that's not a thing we can fight. That is a Leviathan. Oh, shit. These do seem a little bit more ornate than those. These have crystals that you're not sure what they do in addition to the normal oh shit function. So you have like 4 or 5 of those on hand now. Thank you to Chemical for that. Those are something that will probably be useful for our players.
Thank you.
Can't see
Oh
why.
yeah.
No, something that shoots something when you're in trouble. That's something else, you know. Who knows?
Never
Might
mind.
not need
Totally
it.
fine.
Yeah.
I've
So
never
in
needed one
the-
before.
In the Cypher section of my character sheet, I'm writing "oh shit tube." That's what's going
Yeah.
there. Awesome.
Oh
Let's
shit
go.
is one word.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got it.
I will drop the stats for that in our little chat thingy there. I like that not only did I get that name approved and passed to Jess, Jess was like, I fucking love that.
That's
'Cause
awesome.
it's what it does. It's accurate.
That's what you would name it if you're like, I made this thing that you use when something bad is happening.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, so you
Cool.
find some of those. And they, again, probably do some bonus things in addition to the normal oh shit tube that you're used to, which you'll have to find out if you do use them, what that extra benefit might be. But yeah, so you find that in one of the rooms. You are now left with a hallway to your right with more doors, a like spiral staircase going up to your left, or back to your primary hallway.
All right.
Well,
I
there's
mean,
a-
you're the thinkers. You tell me. I'm just here to throw rocks.
Well, there's apparently a whole other. Apparently, we saw this thing from the outside. There are other floors to explore.
Yeah.
And I think we've made out pretty good so far. I'm willing to. This is my first time out here, but I'm willing to press my luck a little further.
I mean, not only has nobody lost a limb, we kind of gained one.
So we're
We're
up an
up.
entire limb. We're
A
already
whole limb. I
already
never-
up.
I suppose we can only fall down from here. Sure.
Yeah. That's the spirit.
Awesome. As you all go up the spiral staircase, you see coming down towards you is another one of those echoes. It seems to be 2 Kitra scientist-y, researcher-looking people. They seem to be arguing with each other. One seems to be slightly older than the other. The younger one, you hear them like arguing, like, I don't think we're pushing it like far enough. Like, we need to push it further. Like, it's not quite perfect yet. I think they would really appreciate if we improved on it, because it was kind of like a little bit of a mess last time. They had to punish someone for not giving freely, and the older one is like, you want to further experiment on the thing that we've experimented, pushing its limits outside of the bounds that we understand with, before we understand the new bounds that we have made for it. And then it loops back up and you hear the younger one arguing, like, we haven't pushed it far enough, like we need to push it further. I think there's more we can do. It was really messy and kind of slow last time, and I think they would really appreciate it. You want to further push the bounds of something that we don't understand the new bounds of before we've, and then it repeats again.
Well, I've seen this before. Just someone who's too ambitious, not really worrying about the consequences, and not listening to their elders. It never leads to anything good.
Seems it's a new horror with every room we enter, which is a bit impressive.
I mean, the arm room was kind of cool.
That was a little cool. Aside from the screaming guy, it was pretty cool.
I stopped noticing it after a while.
It does kind of
That's concerning.
Out. Yeah.
I'm a doctor. I hear screaming all the time.
Oh dear.
I don't know if that's what you should be hearing all the time.
Have you heard of anesthetics?
I have.
I see.
You have some with me.
Yeah, so as you make it
Good
up
to know.
these stairs, you clear kind of like what you can of the second floor. Some of it is fallen in. You find more things. You find more stuff that you can, if you want, take it back to that main entry point. If you want to start moving stuff there that you could take with you to the ship later on. You do find another stairwell that goes up kind of like half a floor where the one behind you went up one floor. And it seems to be a more wider open space. More like here you might be used to more like a lecturing space. It looks more like, almost stadium seating and some sort of like platform lectern for someone to stand at and present things. As you are familiar with your dynasty research, like that's what they did. They did experimenting. They presented it. They're like, look how smart we are, guys. We're so smart. Big guy smart here. Look how smart I am by me presenting my smart. And they did things like that. They would only do that to each other because they didn't think the rest of the races of Harrow could understand their smart. But that's what this looks like as you kind of see it. It's not quite like a full floor up. It's more like a step up into this larger like lecturing space.
I want one room to have some endearing quality to it. Just one of them.
The hardtag room didn't count?
Well, I'm really happy for you. You know what? It did count. You're right. Okay.
I'm looking around.
Are we getting any sense of, like, with all of these rooms and how the layout's been so far, does there seem to be, like, any order of importance to, like, one side or one passage or the other?
A lot of these rooms that and hallways you've passed through seem more like utilitarian is not quite the right word, more functional than ornate. Like this, you've run into experiment rooms, you run into workshop rooms, you run into supply rooms, you've run into what's probably like a student's research lab, you've run into some like offices and some probably classrooms, and now this like presentation lecture space. If there is a throne room, it's probably in the center of this fortress because that's the most defensible position. You would be like, oh yeah, like if I didn't want to get dead instantly if someone attacked me, I'd probably be like in the very center of the thing. Also, if these lower floors are more like public areas in the sense like they're the floors you go to work at, then the like upper floors are probably the floors where people live at. You do also remember that that stone fell down when you poked it, when you were trying to make sure things were clear. So there's probably also a lower space. And typically, you put the stuff you don't want people to see downstairs. So if the things you've already seen are questionable, the things down there are probably worse.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. I'm thinking, I mean, this place is huge. We could spend kind of forever here. But if you got a big place and you got a lot of weird bad stuff happening, the most protected part's in the middle. And the best place to hide stuff is under it all. That'd be my
Fair.
place to go.
Though maybe
I
the
don't
most
think we're
important
gonna
things
like
are at
it,
the
but
top.
it's probably some stuff there.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds like an idea to me. Let's do it.
And idea
Right.
to me is the wildest answer.
Yeah.
Really is an ideal of all time. Let's go.
The ideal of all time.
So are you
Alright.
heading towards the center or are you heading to lower floors?
Probably starting with lower floors and then heading to the center, right? I think that would be an
Works for me.
order
Yes.
of operations. All right.
Yeah, you can work your way back to that stairwell, and you do see that some of it does go down instead of up. It's almost like a little blocked by like something fell on it, but you know,
No, it's not.
Yeah, Mom's got the beef to move it out of the way as needed. It is really dark. That lantern you have is like the sole light source that makes it down here. There doesn't seem to be like any windows or anything down here.
I also have a shine crystal that I passed to one of you two.
Yeah.
Just like a little light.
Oh, I actually have one of those too.
It's like a glow stick.
Yeah.
Got it.
Not quite fully bright, but enough for you to like see
immediately in front of you and
Yeah.
see each other.
Yeah.
Which is probably good, you know, if you see one just like suddenly disappear in the dark.
Yeah.
Shit's going on.
Yeah.
So you can kind of see things here. This looks like the first level you land on looks a little off at first. There are like weird shapes in here, and as you kind of like move through to check out what the shapes are, you see that this is more like a large hallway leading to a door on the other end, and in this hallway, almost like taxidermied, are these various races in different manipulated states outside of their normal. So you see like a gnome, but stretched taller than they should be. And you see like one that's like a half human, half weird fungal growth thing. You see like a hisk, but instead of being bipedal like hisks normally are, they're on all fours and they're like jacked, bulked up, like steroided out muscles. And they seem to have a saddle on them and some sort of like additional like carrying capacity thing on their back. You see a kelf, but where their eyes should be is like grown over with skin, and their mouth has been sewn shut with some sort of like glittering, glowing sub thread or something. You see a human who, unlike the kelf who's like grown over, doesn't have eyeballs. They don't have their own eyes, clearly. These are like crystal carved things that also seem to track you all as you move.
Don't like that.
Yeah,
Don't like that.
At first you don't notice, and then like as you get closer to them, you see that, you know, as you move past them, their eyes kind of like track you.
Okay, this, I'm gonna go ahead and say, is the worst room we've been in so far.
And we're saying it's
So
going to get
far.
worse. So that's lovely.
I almost hate to ask, But is there anything of value in this room?
You could look.
Yeah. Can I make like a scavenging check or something?
Yep.
I'm trained in this, so it's easier. That's a 17. What gross stuff do I find?
I mean, so as you're kind of like looking through the space, there are more than just the ones I described. It seems like somebody was, again, taxidermying, immortalizing the experiments that the Kitra thought were like the closest to fulfilling what they wanted from that experiment. And you do see the little like plates talking about, oh, you know, great success, some sort of like weird date allocation number string, some sort of like almost identification string, and a name. Sometimes you see the name repeated. It looks like the name of whatever researcher was able to produce the thing that they wanted. In this room, you do find the supplies needed to do something like this. The taxidermy required. So you find like crushed crystals that they would use to probably like perk things up a little bit, make things look a little bit more alive. You do find chemicals and things that they would use in the injection process with it. You find tons of like raw ores and like wires and rods and things that they would use to like manipulate the bodies into the positions they wanted to. You probably also find you find a couple of these like round things that have that same like hum to them as that arm did in the room, and you're like, wait a second, and you get really close to the base of some of these and you hear that same hum. So probably one of these is installed in the base to keep the figure, once they're completed, in a sort of stasis completed state.
Cool. Get all the copper wire. That stuff's worth a bunch.
Kira's been examining the different taxidermies, and that just kind of snaps her out of her focus. Right.
Yeah, and I kind of just want to get up close to the thing that has the eyes that was following us, and just really
Focuses down on you.
just get in its face, and I like kind of move to the left. That's my right. I move to the right, and then I move to the left, and I'm like, all right, guys, as quickly as we can with this room, maybe.
Yep.
And as you say that, and Amal responds, one eye keeps track of you, and one eye goes up to Amal.
No.
Why does it do that?
Wow, this room is the worst. So
I'm gonna do something maybe stupid. Can I touch it?
Do you want to touch the figure or the eyeball?
No, I just want to touch the thing on like its arm.
Okay.
And see if it's like, is it warm? Is it like room temperature? Is the skin pliable?
So it is cold, but it does have a little bit of like a pliable give to it.
Oh, I hate this.
Wait, come to the horrors of the ancients. Hey!
This is the worst Madame Tussauds ever.
There's a reason everyone hated them and rebelled against them, okay?
Yeah. It must be nice to not have had ancestors from this time.
Yeah, I think it seems pretty good right now. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh well.
Okay, so what'd you guys get?
I got so much copper.
Got a little bit of copper. I mean, you said there was like a machine that's like keeping things in stasis, right? That
Yeah,
might be...
there's a box of these little almost like flat coin-like blue glowing orbish things that give off that same hum from the arm.
Okay. Am I able to tell, like, how are these things interfacing with the taxidermies? Like, is it just they're magically linked, or is there any...
You can
anything
roll
else?
and see. You
Sure,
definitely notice that they're in the base of those things, so you can see if there's like something linking them or connecting them.
Gotcha. Yeah, I just want to see if like there's a way to make this useful for anything other than the taxidermy here. So let's see. Got dynastic knowledge and rolling. It's a 14.
Yeah, so you take a while and you do notice something. You notice there's one that you can find kind of somewhere on the base that these things are sitting, and somewhere hidden at the top of this thing, or what's considered like the topmost point, is hidden another one. So it seems like whatever is in between those two of those is kept in stasis. And as you think of that, if you want to look at the arm, you do see in those carvings, there's like a long track on the top of the bone and a long track on the bottom of the bone that seems to be the things giving off those particular vibrations.
Got it. Yeah, I don't think we want the taxidermy, but I'm gonna go ahead and take those orbs. So that could be useful.
Yeah. So give me a speed roll.
Okay. I'm concerned. Yeah, speed. Trying to see if there's anything here that I can use. Nope. 15.
Yeah. So what one are you trying to take the thing from first?
I imagine I was probably close to the human with the eyes, so that probably that one.
Yeah. So as you take that off, they swipe out, and you get yanked back with that speed roll. Amal was there waiting. You pull back right as the thing swipes out and just kind of like stumbles forward, blindly attacking. And as they do that, you also hear something at the door on the other end from where your entrance. It's starting to rattle too, like there's something on the other side of it trying to get through. Like this commotion has like alerted it.
Back away?
Yes,
Back away time?
Back
I
away.
think step away
Okay.
from there, yeah.
Back away
Behind
time.
me, back
Back.
the way we came.
Yep.
And the human that you took the thing off of, like, it's coming at you and like falls, like they
Oh, it's still going.
haven't used their legs in a while, kind of like fall down. And you see just ah!
Cool.
Ah.
I'm going to just like drag my hand along the haft of my axe. Not unsheath it, but as my hand comes away, it's crackling with some of that sort of lightning blight energy from earlier I picked up. And I'm just gonna like try and like get this thing in the head and use shock on it.
Okay.
Which is 3 points of damage.
Awesome. So it takes that damage and it kind of like stumbles back. It was kind of like screaming in pain before. It is definitely screaming in pain now, and it's almost acting like it doesn't have eyes. Even though the things that you see, which were carved eyeballs, are tracking you guys whenever you make these noises, like focuses on you as you come at it with the thing, but it itself doesn't seem to notice. But you do, when you hit it, that rattling at the door gets more intense. Like something knows what's going on now from that other side of the door, and it wants to get through. And you hear like a roar, like rip from the other side of that door when that attack hits that human. The human does still like cringe and stuff, but they're like, they seem more confused than like anything.
Oh, buddy. Yeah, there's somebody else in this thing's head. It's go back up.
Okay.
And you do, since you got close enough to touch the head, you saw rods and wires and things for the taxidermy, but you realize like it's not on the inside of their body. As they're like flailing around, you see their arms were kept in place by like some sort of wiring that had been put around them to keep them stiff in whatever position they wanted them to be in. And they had just like kind of camouflaged those wires to the color of the creature. So like it wasn't internally taxidermy, but it was kind of like wire meshed into whatever position that they wanted them to be in.
Cool. So like semi-live puppets going on here. That's fun. Amal just says, "I'm so sorry, dude," and it's just like backing up. And I do like I draw my axe now.
Something's
Move.
hitting that door.
Move.
Time to go.
We're moving.
Yeah.
Yep. So as you take off, the human with the carved eyeballs like screams again because they don't know what's going on. As you're moving through the space to get back to the doorways, you trigger an echo which you didn't trigger the first time.
Oh no.
It seems to be another Kitra has like those like lockdown monocle things to get really close in on something detailed that's on the table that you found a lot of that taxidermy equipment on. He kind of just like seems to be whistling, having a good old time working on the human that you have now released from the stasis. And then you just see something slam into the side of him and start ripping him apart. What you see slam into him, let me go to the page so I can describe this to you properly. You see a tall, bipedal, hunched over creature with long arms ending in huge claws, big horns kind of coming up and over, embedded crystals of like green and red, a long kind of twin tail that comes down the back of it, salivating, huge teeth that just like are yellow and angry, like each of them like dagger size, and it just like opens up and you see this long tongue kind of drop out of it as it crunches into this researcher. You just hear it, the researcher's like screaming, and as it like rips up, you see even in the echo itself where its eyes are is glowing. There's no actual eyes there, it's just glowing, and it just rips into it. And then it resets, and right as it resets, you hear another like big boom, boom on the thing. This also for you, Kira, you realize that mural you couldn't decipher in that first hallway. That's this. That's that thing in the echo that you're having trouble like in your brain believing is real, is that weird shape you thought was an allegory for something that was ripping apart the supplicant that didn't bring a gift. And you hear again that boom, boom, and you start hearing creaking sounds like the door is giving away.
Oh dear.
Sick.
I'm piecing some things together, but I don't think now's the time. I think we gotta run.
Get up them stairs.
That's good.
Yeah, and I'm covering retreat, and like once again I like run my hand down the haft of the axe, but I let it linger, and the whole axe starts crackling with electricity. Blight.
Yeah.
Blightning.
Lightning!
Yes.
As you all are running up the stairs, you hear a loud, like, resounding, high-pitched crack and a roar as something bursts into the space that you were in. And then you hear the sound of the screaming that was there from the human you released from the stasis, like, pitch up. And there's, like, the sound of, like, wet rending and tearing as you all are
sorry, dude.
chugging up the stairs.
No.
I will like a speed roll from everyone to see how fast you can get up these stairs.
Oh boy.
And if you can get up them before they finish with whatever they're doing to this human.
16 for the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to ask this. Is Kira still hindered from the
Oh
max?
yeah.
Ooh. Probably. Because there
That
was
makes
a
sense.
lingering blight from the one.
Yeah. So what does that do? Like what mechanically?
It makes you slower. It makes this harder for you.
Awesome. Okay. Well, I rolled a 9, so that's already great.
Cool. Can I not roll and I'm just holding ground?
You're
in front
Gandalf
of
the
Kira?
Graying the bottom of this stairwell.
Yeah, 100%. And I'm like if there's any like debris and stuff I can move into the path to like just even scuttle it for half a second, I'm gonna do that and try and just like shove Kira further up the stairs.
Yeah, so I will allow you to spend the turn you would running away to provide time enough for your companions to get up the stairwell. That will mean, however, that this thing will get at least one swipe on you.
Yeah.
Okay. Because what
I
you
understand.
see fully in this room is you do see it just like obliterating this poor like human. And once it's finished like tearing it apart, it just kind of sits there for a second, like salivating down with the blood from it, and you see like the carved eyes kind of rolled away from the human, and it walks over and picks them up and puts them in its own eyes, and comes over, and both of them like focus in on you now, and you see it kind of like almost grin, but the grin doesn't stop where its mouth does. The grin continues back all the way up its head, and its mouth just kind of like hangs open even more as it rushes at you. I'm gonna need another speed roll from you, because this thing is gonna see how hard it can hit you.
Cool. This is great. This is fun.
Yeah, it's fine. It's cool, guys. It's cool.
I mean, that's a 15.
Yeah, you do pretty good. It will hit you, but not as badly as it could have been. So just for transparency's sake, if this thing fully hits you, like you do bad out of dodge, it does 8 points of damage. You made it. It scrapes across you, doing 2 points of damage. Yeah. And as it's like its scream is vibrating through the castle, the fortress, and you for a moment think, wow, okay, this is like, it's still vibrating, and then you realize the roar is not the only thing vibrating or ringing up this hallway. The whole fortress is just starting to like vaguely shake more and more, and you feel it like through the ground up through your feet, and it seems to just like make this thing want more. I will let you decide. Are you running, or are you continuing to face this thing?
How far have the other two gotten?
They're probably halfway to 2/3 up the stairwell at this point. I would say the doctor is probably closer to the top of the stairs, where Kira is probably at the halfway 2/3 of the way up of it.
Cool. I yell up, Doc, get Pony ready and get out.
Okay. So I hear that and I think, wait a second, I brought a grappling hook with me. Can I drop it down to her?
Yeah, are you trying to like just get it to her to use, or?
Yes, yeah.
So that I can like whip it around this thing?
I mean, if you want to, I don't know. It just feels like it would be helpful. Yes, yes, that.
Hell yeah.
This is probably a good point as we see if our players die before they get the fuck out at the very end of our stream, to remind you to once again donate to the Haunted Holidays stream and help or hinder. I'm both okay with either. These guys probably want you to help, though. Help them follow that second rule that the Professor gave them, which was don't die.
Don't die.
It's the second rule for a reason. It's optional.
Yeah. The bring me stuff is the first rule. The don't die is the second rule. So yeah, you can drop that down to her.
Yeah, I just
easily.
go heads up.
Yeah, and you just cling, 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 cling.
Yeah.
On my way up, am I able to turn around and still see that creature down there?
Yeah, I mean, it is at this point filling up that bottom. Like, the only reason it hasn't come up the stairs at you is because it has a viable target in its face right now.
If I can, then I would love to surge and use onslaughts. And yeah, just wanna hit it and just help our friend out a little bit. So that costs 1 intellect point. And then do I roll, or does that just happen?
Which one are you picking to do? Because I believe there's
This is onslaughts.
Okay. What does the text of that say?
I can do either a physical or a mental attack. And I'll make this a physical attack. I'll just like send out some blight energy, that crackling. Let's see. Raw blight energy that inflicts 4 points of damage.
Yeah.
Yes.
So since you're giving a mental attack, I'm assuming this is it to help Amal. So I'm gonna give you a little bit of a GM deal here, right?
Okay.
I'll let you do the 4 points of damage, no problem, and I'll let it not hit Amal. Or if you want to, since it's a physical attack, make some sort of very temporary barrier or like pushback to this creature to give Amal just that tiny bit of breathing room. I will allow that in lieu of the damage.
Okay. Yeah, I think I would love to push it back and just create a little bit of space for her.
Yeah, and you Amal, you see this happen. Kira turns around, does something. It kind of like passes from behind you, almost like wind, and then solidifies. And as this creature goes to do another swipe at you, it almost seems like it hits something for a second. It's going to buy you that one bit of time, a little bit of space, a little bit of breathing room. Essentially a round. It's giving you a round.
Teamwork. Sick.
Don't die.
Mm-hmm.
Don't die. Okay. I'm going to then. Yeah, I'm just gonna be booking it up the stairs. I've got the grappling hook, and I'm ready to throw it if like anything crumbles underneath me, anything like that, or if I get to Kira and I need to like secure her to something so she doesn't fall and die.
Yeah.
I'm like readying that.
So, I will say, since it buys you around, you can get everyone at least to the top of the stairwell, no problem. You get around at least enough around movement for everyone to get there. What I'm going to say is we're going to do a group speed check at this point, because you all are having to navigate back through the hallways to the entryway where your pony and all your stuff is, while running away from whatever this thing is.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Here we go.
And you do still feel that ground shaking, getting a little like harder. Things are starting to move a little bit more. You do see some of the stone cracking.
Cool.
And I will also just remind people, if they want to help our players, again, follow Rule Tool, don't die. You can donate to the stream to help them out, give them advantage, give them a +3 or -3. Again, I'm fine with you helping or hindering, but my players probably would prefer you to help.
I mean, could drop something really cool on us though.
It's true.
All right.
I got a 13.
Okay, all right. That look from the doctor tells me that his
Yeah, I'm
roll
waiting
wasn't
for
so
that one.
great.
I got a 1.
Ah, let's go.
No. Sick. I'm sorry, what kind of roll was this?
Speed roll.
Speed roll. Okay. I got a 12, but I have an edge in speed
Okay.
that I could use maybe if I need to.
Yeah, I mean, so you are good. I think between you and dragging Kira for the further up the stairs, and you're just yelling and like dragging them. The ground shaking, Doctor, as you like go to like turn a corner or something. I think the shaking tosses you off your feet a little bit. And the entire time you all have been running through this thing, you hear the roaring and the almost screeching like nature of the thing coming for you, and it's recklessly abandoning chasing you. Like you hear it like full body check into walls instead of trying to turn and using that momentum to keep going. So Dr. Pilar, as you get tossed off your feet here from movement and trying to run, like you're not made for this. You're made for helping people. You're made for making sure the other people don't die. Running from monsters isn't really in your resume. So you get tossed off your feet, and I will need you to make me a might defense roll.
Okay, sure. That is a 3. What do I get on a 3?
So I think as you fall, this creature takes a large swipe, and instead of just swiping on you, its claws kind of like sink into your back, and as it starts tearing down your back, you're going to take that 8 points of damage, as I mentioned earlier.
Ooh.
And also, it has this effect of it almost seems like its essence is sinking into you a little bit as its claws do. So you're going to take an additional point of damage.
Okay.
And this is a special kind of damage. If it deals an additional, like up to 6 points of damage in this way where it's sunk into you and you feel like an additional, like something from this creature sinking into you, you're going to suffer a lingering blight. What that is, we'll roll for it when we come for that. But as its essence kind of sink into you a little bit more, you, for a moment, like you feel like, yeah, I should keep this bone arm. Like it's mine. It's mine. It's not theirs. It's mine. I should keep this bone arm. It's mine. Why would I give it away? I took it fair and square.
I'm smeagling out.
We've got Hal, we've got Smeagol. Can't wait for mine.
So lucky I don't have a brother with me right now.
As it finishes that pull down, it's actually gonna like grab you and it's gonna spin and toss you at a wall. So you're gonna make it a little bit further down the hallway, but you're also gonna smack into a wall.
Okay, so not all
Can
bad.
I try and like intercept somehow with the power of friendship?
You can definitely try because it is Amal's turn. What would you like to do?
Okay, so been pulling us up these stairs, up this hallway, watching this thing. I have keen eye, and I would like to have used it on this creature. So if it has a special weakness or anything like that, I know what it is.
Yeah, I mean, so you remember from the Echo and what you saw it do while you were like Greg Gandalfing the bottom of the stairs. Its eyesight is very dependent on those things that it put back in. It also has twin tails, so that's two things that you can grab onto. And while it doesn't look particularly beefy, it's pretty like lanky and hunched over and very long, and does have very sharp claws and like dagger teeth and horns and spikes. Like it's not muscle. You're muscle. It's just like I attack, but I probably also hurt if you attack me.
Yep. Cool. I'm gonna yell out, "Oh shit!" at its eyes, and like wave one of the oh shit tubes in the air. But what I'm gonna do is step forward with my axe, take a big swing, and try to cut one of its hands off.
Yeah, go ahead. Roll for it.
This better work.
Roll it. Did you roll?
It's an
1?
8.
Okay, I was like, please don't say
It's
you
not a
rolled
1.
It's better.
It's better than a 1. It's an 8.
Yeah, so I think you go to like swing and take off one of its hands, and instead what happens, you still do some damage to it. It just catches your blade, and you cut probably like an inch into its hand, but it's now kind of locked onto its blade, and you see it kind of like lock onto you, and it goes.
Yeah, cool. That would have been 7 points of damage.
Yeah, it still takes a couple points because I let it catch your thing and it goes into its hand, but not your full damage. Kira, what would you like to do?
I think while Amaral is dealing with this thing up close, and while the doctor is rushing towards me, I'm gonna extend a hand towards him, and I'm gonna use Healing Touch, and you can restore 1d6 of the damage that you took.
1d6, you say?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a 6.
Hey, there it is. Oh wait, I have to roll for it. It's difficulty 2.
Oh,
but I do have to roll for it. So I'll do that right now. I got that one.
No! We're dead.
Oh
I
dear.
think with that one,
Sorry.
I'm just gonna keep the same bad instead of giving you guys a new bad.
Okay.
With you growling back at this thing, it like almost arm wrestles the axe down enough where one of its eyes turns and looks at Kira, and you see the other arm kind of arch over to you to be able to swipe down on Kira. So Kira, I will need speed defense to see if you
All
can see
right.
this coming.
Oh dear Lord. All right. Speed defense. Let's go. That's another one.
Jesus,
No.
stop doing
Yeah.
ones. I'm trying to give you the same bad, not a new bad.
I thought we got all the ones out earlier.
I don't know what's happening.
I'm trying to give you a new bad, and not a new bad, but the same bad, but you keep trying to make me give you a new bad too. Jesus.
We're trying to break rule number 2.
Yeah, so as it
Trying
comes
so hard.
down, you see like a flash of something. So you're going to take that 8 points of damage.
Okay.
As its claws rend into you, you also take that additional point of damage as you feel something sink into you. And you're like, those crystals would be useful. I could totally take those. Why would I give those back to the people who sent us here? They obviously didn't care. I could take those. I mean, why would I give them to
So
somebody
real.
else when I can take them? And as that comes into you, you also feel like a heat kind of bursts from that claw, because again, instead of giving you a new bad, I'm just trying to make the same bad.
Fair.
And you feel almost like a burning sensation from that claws radiate outward. And the clothing you're wearing actually starts catching on fire. So until you take the time to put yourself out, you're going to take an additional point of damage, fire damage, every round. But yeah, so there's that. Getting through that one, it's now the creature's turn, actual turn.
I don't even need a creature. I got myself on my own.
So I think the creature's gonna try and just like grab at you, Amal, and just like take a bite out of you.
Come at me.
So I'm gonna need a might defense roll, because you are, a little crunchy. You're a chrysalis, a little harder to get through.
That's a 12, and I'm trained.
Awesome. So yeah, the crunchy nature of your chrysalis vibes, it bites onto you, and you hear that like almost like.
Oh, I also have 1 point of armor.
Yeah, it's not going to do any damage to you. It's trying to crunch on you. You hearing like the sound of like nails on a chalkboard kind ofness as it's trying to like get purchased to bite into you. It is occupied though, trying to nom this rock. So yeah, what would you like to do? Because it's back up to your. Wait, Doctor, have you run yet? Actually,
no, I think it's the doctor's turn. He's
You
gonna
have
smeagol the
moved
arm.
in.
Getting thrown around the room and slashed and whatnot. So I stand up and I see that it's distracted, trying to eat someone else. And I would like to just take a swipe at it with my forearm blade.
Okay.
Just sort of like around the head and neck where any vital, important organs might be.
Yeah, go ahead, roll for it.
I'm gonna roll
Again. Please don't roll a 1.
Here it goes, a 20.
Okay.
There it is.
So, yes, it is a crit. Like in many systems, a 20 is, but in the Cypher system, it's incredible. Not only do you hit and succeed in the thing you're doing, you also get to create an additional major effect. So I'm going to give you a couple options here.
Okay.
I will let you be able to take the eyeballs out of this thing with your swipe at its head area. I will let you double your damage, or I will let you take off one of its arms.
Ooh, I'm very upset.
To collect more arms.
I am very upset that this thing used its arm to injure me and throw me. So I'm gonna take that arm off and just I won't add it to my collection immediately, but I'm gonna be like, don't forget that arm. So yeah, I'm taking its arm off.
Awesome. You take that arm off. How much damage does a 4-blade or 4-arm blade do?
2.
Yeah. So that's why the major effect is that you as a doctor, you're like, I know where those tendons are. I know how to get in that little ball socket. And you just cut this arm off. It does roar, and one of its eyes is now locked on you because you've at this point done the most damage to it. I will also remind you all, the ground under you is still moving. It's still vibrating. Walls are cracking. A couple stones are falling here and there. This thing is coming down on top of you and or sinking into the water sands. So while this creature, yes, can totally make you break rule 2, so can something else.
Yeah.
And then we're right back at the top with them all.
Thanks for the assist. Pony up. And I'm going to take a swing across the front of this thing's face.
Yep. Go ahead.
Come on, dice. Nope, that's a 3.
That's better than a 1, though.
It's better than
Not a
one.
1.
I'm just like, hey, eyes up here, buddy.
So it like is locked on to the doctor and to you because the doctor cut off his arm. It's like it roared back, and as it roared back because the doctor managed to slice off its arm, it like pulls back enough that your axe just swipes right in front of where it was. Kira, what would you like to do?
Well, I'd like to focus first and foremost on getting the fuck out of here because I'm now impaired. And I'm not feeling too great.
You can see the entryway and Pony from where you are.
Okay, got it. Yeah, I wanna focus on getting out of here, and if there's anything I can do on my way, then I could do that too.
Yeah, so I will give you a choice. If you want to move half your movement, you can still get something off at this creature because you'll be in range. If you want to spend your full turn just fucking booking it because you are weighted down and a little slower because of the failing in the blight storm, you can get to the pony but you have to use your whole turn to do it.
Got it. Let's see. Yeah, I'll use my full turn to get to the pony.
Yeah, you can get to it, and I'll even let you like do the startup sequence you saw the doctor do to start getting it ready to.
Yeah.
So it's not quite on yet because you have to be on to top of it to turn it on, but it's at as much of a prime state as you can with it.
Awesome.
And at this point, you see it's the creature's turn, and it like is going to lower itself down because it just had the axe down. It's going to lower itself down, and you see those horns come down. And it's going to like full charge at you, Amal. Because you just tried to swipe at its head. So I will give you 2 choices of which speed roll you would like. Speed to dodge out of the way of this thing, or might to just fucking take it. If you
I'm tanking it, baby.
Yeah, if you manage to fucking tank it, you will have essentially grappled this thing.
Yeah. That's my
But
goal.
if you fail on the tanking it, it is going to plow you into the opposite wall.
You promise?
I mean, I know like monster fucking is that I don't think when you see this image you're gonna have that same vibe.
Well, I'm trained in my defense. Just get that out of the way here.
That feels
I
like you're about
roll-
to tell me a really low number.
It's not that bad. It's an 8.
Yeah.
It's not a 1.
It's not a 1. That's just what we're saying at the end of this. It's not a 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it goes down and it full on burrows at you. And as it hits you, at first you think you've got this. You're like pivoting a little bit, centering your gravity. You got this. And then you feel that moment of, oh shit, I don't got this, as it like lifts you off the ground and just slams you into that opposite wall. It's not quite its full attack. It still has the horn attack though. You're going to take 4 points of damage. But as those spikes and things dig into you, you take that additional point of damage, and you also get that little voice in your head. You're like, I mean, there's a lot of like raw material and trade material. I could take that. Why would I give that to them They don't deserve that. I should take that. That's
It's
mine.
copper wire, man. It's
Yeah,
worth a fortune on the
couples
black
bought
market.
so much trade. I could maybe buy my own ship if I took this. Doctor, it's your turn.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I do want to try something to to get them all out of the situation. So I'm gonna. I'm actually, I am gonna book it. But yeah, I'm just gonna book it. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna make my way towards the pony. I'm gonna give Amal I'm gonna look at Amal to be like, is this okay? Is this all right?
Yes, get out. Then we can all get out.
I'm just like, all right. And I just boom towards the
and
towards the pony.
you have more movement than Kira did, so you can get to the pony, get on it, and start it up. You can't quite zoom off, but you can get on it. Kira can get on it behind you. It's floating the 3 feet off the ground now. Just in time for Amal. It's your turn.
Just to be clear, I don't want to I do want to start it, but I don't want to take off immediately.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Amal wants you guys on that thing and like floating so that you're not going to sink into the water sands when all of this comes down. And also like to be mobile so that if she can get out of those things' clutches, then we can all just go. But until you guys are like at that safe distance, she's gonna tank essentially. And I'm held up in the air right now.
Yeah, like it slams you up into the wall.
Okay, I'm gonna try and cut myself free so I can start making escapes out of here. Come on, give me something good. Oh, it's an 8 again.
Of those 8s.
Yeah. It's an 8 again.
You go to swipe down and it kind of feels you making that movement to swipe down on it, and it just kind of like shoves you a little harder into the wall and that like knocks the wind out of you.
Come on, man, we just met. This is too much too soon.
Okay, we are close to the end of the stream. Hey, reminder, donate. This is a great, awesome stream weekend. Diversity Saves does tons of awesome things. They support tons of minority voices in the TTRPG space. That's where my brain's at right now. We are going to kind of move into a more cinematic ending because we are hitting right towards the end of our stream time here. So this is going to come down to one roll to see how this cinematic get out of here situation happens, right? So buildings coming down, islands going into the water sands. You have this creature here just absolutely right now bodying your tank. 2 of you are on the bike at least. So what's going to happen is I'm going to have you roll me once more, Erika. And I'm going to let you be very clear about what's going to happen. If you pass it, I will let you you will get hurt, but you will get out of the situation enough to get back to the ship in time. If you fail this roll, you're either going down as the fortress crumples, you're probably going to fall down into the lower levels with this monster, or something else is going to happen to keep you from getting out of here. So I will let you try to rationalize to me which of your stats you want to roll with and why that stat should be what we're rolling with.
All right. What do we got here?
So are you like physically like pushing your way through this with your might? Are you trying to be a little bit more nimble, a little acrobatic with your speed? Or are you trying to like think your way out of this somehow?
I think this is a great time if anybody wants to give me advantage or a +3. I'm just saying.
Those would be very helpful.
It would be so good right now. Her focus is, okay, they're on pony. They can get out. This thing moves pretty fast. No matter what I do here, I still need to keep it from catching up at least until they're clear of the doors. So, with the lightning crackling along my axe haft and the axe head itself, I brace my back against the wall where it shoved me, ignoring the rib that is definitely popped. And I kick off with my feet into its chest, and I try to swing for the other, like either a horn or the hand, whatever I can catch on the way down. And I want to break its hold on me, keep its attention, and try and land somewhere where I can body block it if it starts to go down the hallway after its other missing toys, or do anything I can to distract it.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. If you roll a 10 or under, you hold its attention, the other two can get out of here, but something's gonna happen to you. If you roll 10 to 15, you break its hold on you, and you have a chance to get out of here. If you roll above a 15, you both break its hold on you, fully keeping it from getting to your friends, and everyone gets out of here, no problem.
Cool. And before I roll, I will also add I have danger instinct, which I can spend 3 speed points if I'm attacked by surprise. But right now, this thing has got me like fully grappled, so I don't think it would apply in this roll. But it would be like the flavor for if I got out. It would be like I'm using that to just book it.
Yeah, I will let you know if you roll that 10 or above, which gives you a chance, that would benefit you in some way.
Cool. All right, everybody pray that I don't roll an 8 or a 3 again, because that's the one I'm rolling at the moment. It's not an 8 or a 3. It's a 7.
Yeah, so I think you fully take off the arm of this creature and then come back out of a swipe up and just embed yourself into it, and like it had slammed you into that other wall, I think you just start like pushing it up against the other wall. What the two of you on the pony see is Amal fully like bodying back this creature, but you also see bricks starting to fall in the hallway, some of the flooring giving away, the walls don't look quite right, like they're leaning either in or out like they're not supposed to, and even 3 feet floating on this pony, you feel like it's also lowering, so like you are floating above a terrain, but as the terrain lowers, the pony natural lowers with it. I will give you all the opportunity. If you want to save them all, you might not get out of here. But if you want to get out of here,
go! Fly, you fools!
Oh,
I was
dear.
waiting for it. I was like, Greg Gandalf referencing this whole time.
Oh.
I would love to help, and there's like nothing I could do.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I give Kira a meaningful look, as if to say, we have to go.
Oh fuck.
Um,
And yeah, just kind of like barely perceptibly nods.
yeah, I take a sharp, deep inhale, and I look back through the doors one more time, and I just whisper, "Thank you." And I turn the wheel and hit the gas.
Yeah, and you turn and you peel out, and you peel out hard, because you know that as this island is sinking, you probably have just barely enough time to get to that ship and get on it before this island's probably no more. What I will say, as you make it to the ship safely because of the sacrifice that was made, you get out into the watersands. We'll come to that in a second. Amal, you're bodying this creature. I think instead of having the creature take you out, what happens instead is you hit that other side, you embed your axe up into it, and you feel kind of like the ground crumpling a little bit under you as you and this creature fall into the lower levels.
And I'm popping a charge of the oh shit tube right in its stupid face as
Yep.
we go down.
Crispifies it as it tries to take like another bite at you as you fall. You let this off right at its face, and you hear like a bunch of like screeching sounds. Thank you for joining us for this stream. Thank you for donating. Please continue to donate this weekend. These streams are really important. And as you have noticed, this island has both given and taken, or taken and given, in case you notice the title. So it has taken one of our characters from us and has maybe given something, whether they wanted it or not, a little thought in their heads to two of our characters.
You got 2 arms.
Yeah.
That's like most of a person.
We lost a friend and we're worse people. Mission successful.
Yep. So
Merry
I will,
Christmas.
I will give a moment for all of our players to kind of let you know who they are, where they can find you, anything fun that they're doing that they want to kind of pitch to you all. We'll go in a little bit the reverse order that we did. So, Rain, where can people find you?
Hey, most often in the Diversity Saves Discord, I am a board member there, and I'm commonly interacting and cited there. Otherwise, you can find me at LinkStrikeDev on Blue Sky and also on itch.io, where I very rarely publish things. So that's me.
Awesome. Chris, where can people find you?
I am Chris. You can find me on Blue Sky exclusively at ChrisTheeChampion, and that's the with 2 E's. If you also enjoy indie video games, I talk about them a lot constantly. So yeah, join me over on Blue Sky for TTRPGs and indie video games.
Awesome. And Erika, where can people find you?
First of all, I need people to know that I rolled my dice again and I got a 15 this time, and I'm really upset. And you can find me being upset about this. I'm on the internet at erikantgame.no. That's my website, that's my handle, that's everything. I don't really do much, but I'm here and there. I am in the AP scene and things like that every now and again. But it was really fun to play Cypher. And die.
And I am Kayla, just KDM Dalliance. You can find me at various places of the web. If you follow that link tree that Diversity Saves has for you, it has everything and more. I'm also the general manager at UO Publishing, so if you enjoyed the bits of the Harrow the Blighted plane that you saw today on this game, I know I'm talking really fast, but I'm trying to speed run this. Like that scene from Clue where he goes through the entire plot in like 30 seconds. You can check out Harrow the Blighted Plane. It is on Drive-Thru RPG, available for PDF and for POD if you want softcover or hardcover. Thank you all to everyone who donated tonight. We already raised $121 from just us tonight. There is another stream happening later today that starts at 4 p.m. PST or 7 p.m. EST, depending on where you're located. I believe that's like 6 p.m. CST, if I'm remembering my time zones correctly. Yes. Thank you so much for joining us. We've had a fun time. And I hope you enjoyed the monstrosity, which could be Krampus, if the ancients got a hold of it. I will toss this back up to our stream voice in the sky, Nekola, in case there's anything else that Nekola needs to wrap up at the end of this.
I guess you could see the captions that I had not unmuted myself. We are all set. That is all we have for this game, and we will see you in about an hour and 15 minutes for Happy Hauntings with the crew over at Long Lost Tabletop. And then tomorrow for our games, same time, we have Daggerheart, and then in the evening we have Raging Grannies. So it's an action-packed weekend. But thank you all for joining us. We're going to sign off now. Bye.
Okay, I love you. Bye
Take care.
bye.